too late. We're already live. So why is it not picking up the audio again? Guys, just speak for me. What is going on? Nope, there's very clever editing by me is what it was. So it should now be picking up the audio. I don't know what happened. Sorry, just trying to figure this bit out at the moment. So during my stream on Wednesday, I think it was, just randomly during a cutscene, the audio cut out. And for some reason it went back to default on the audio, on the desktop audio, so it just suddenly stopped picking everything up. Say something now. Why is it not picking up? Yeah, I can see it because I'm having a look at the mixer thing and it's not picking up. Yeah, I had the cameras sorted themselves out super quickly, so it was only fair that at some point the audio was going to just completely butcher up. Somebody say test.
Test.
Ha! Can chat hear everyone?
No. Hey.
Fantastic. Right.
It feels weird being a player.
It feels weird being a DM. Especially in this time slot on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, I love the fact that Wolfsbane just typed in test in the chat. Thanks for that. Thanks, Matt. Cheers. Cheers, buddy. Right, so yeah, for any of you guys that are currently watching and are a little bit confused about the setup at the moment, two of our players from the Imperial campaign, Jasper, played by Josh, and Enaloon, played by Niky. I nearly said Naddie then.
What? Close my window real quick because it's going to be storming here in a second.
Yeah, that's fair enough. They're basically away at the moment. Josh has gone to see Niky, which is super sweet because they're hella adorable together, I'm not going to lie. But in the 2-week gap that we're going to have, I kind of wanted to make sure there was still some kind of D&D tabletop role-playing going on the channel. Now, I've had an idea in my head. I ran a one-shot just after I started DMing for a few friends that wanted to get into D&D. But I was still very new. And since then, I've been tweaking and adjusting it. And I just realised one more thing. So whilst I'm chatting, I'm going to update that. Oh my god. Why did I not see this coming? I should have made that higher before I went in there.
Ops revenge.
I basically counted seconds for that.
That moment when I've got like 12k points.
Okay.
You could become VIP. You could choose to shut my stream down really quickly, but no, you're going to make me need to pee 30 seconds into the game. Default.
Everyone, just piss.
Yes. Time to piss. Not time to hydrate. Time to piss.
I mean, the thing is, if we keep doing this, at some point, I'm either going to run out of drink, or we're going to have to go to a break so I can get more drink.
This is the stream, guys. It's a 2-hour all liquid mukbang.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys can keep doing it. We haven't even started the game yet, so I mean, Tom, you can keep doing that if you want. You're just going to have to explain to your fellow Wikigame RPG guys why they drowned in the middle of the game for no reason whatsoever. Worth it.
Worth it.
All right then.
Okay, so yeah, that's basically what's going to be happening. I'll try and keep up with things as much as I can with chat and keeping up with the windows because I'm going to be trying to jump around things myself. So apologies if it's a little bit janky, but hey, that's what you come here to do and enjoy the content as well. Je suis salty bitch. Meh, fair. Right, so let's dive into this game. So it is a clear blue sky where you guys are. It's warm summer heat is cut by the breeze intermittently blowing across the waterfront, cooling the busy gathering of people next to it. Niky and Michelle, you step off of a packed DLR train surrounded by people dressed in various cosplay. As you get off the train, Niky, you get a Twitter DM from myself, which I will be referring to myself in the third person in this, so it doesn't get too confusing. But you get a Twitter DM from Mitesh saying, "Hey mate, you close, get in the next round in. We're in the Fox, cut through Starbucks, we're on the right."
I'm going to press ignore. No. Oh, tell Michelle that Mitesh is getting around in, and as the lush that I am, I'm going to go, let's go now, because I want a drink.
That's fair enough. So you guys enter the Starbucks. You see the usual kind of small interior with a number of cosplayers in various outfits trying to get their early morning coffees instead of paying the outrageous amount that it would be inside. You cut down the central stairs to go into the Fox pub, which is downstairs. There you see Mitesh at the bar, and he's currently getting in the drinks. He sees you guys, asks you, "What do you guys want to drink?" Quick, I've already got the orders in for the other two.
Gin and tonic.
Two, please.
Two. So he orders the gin and tonics. The drinks come up, and he ushers you guys back to the table where he's sitting, where he's not alone. He's actually got a couple of mates with him. Which, at that point, he turns around and goes, "Oh, just want to let you guys know these are a couple other streamer friends we've got. So I've got my mate Naddie who's flown in to the UK just for the con. He's never been to MCM, so it's kind of fun to bring him along. And Matt, who actually DMs a couple D&D games for us.
Yeah, I've watched the games. Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
So you guys slowly start chatting between you guys, enjoying the drinks. Niky, you get another Twitter DM from Mitesh saying, "Sorry guys, running late, I'll be there in 5 minutes."
I'm just gonna look over at Mitesh and just kind of, is his phone out? Like, is he making a weird face?
No, his phone's on the table, but he hasn't reached for it. He just kind of looks up and goes, "Everything all right, mate? Looking a bit weird. One too many gin and tonics already."
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm just gonna reply back on Twitter. You sure?
About a minute goes past, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm just at the stop before the XL Centre."
And the Mitesh in front of his phone does not vibrate. He receives no message.
No.
I'm gonna show this to like just really subtly show my phone to Michelle.
I spend about 5 minutes doing the same thing of like looking and then looking at the phone and looking at Mitesh and just being like,
And then I'm gonna Mitesh, I've actually, surprisingly enough, like a couple of years of cons, I actually don't know where the toilets are in the Fox. Can you show me where they are?
Yeah, it should be.
It's so busy. I can't see over anyone's head. Can you just?
Yeah, he kind of points over there. Just everything all right? You're really acting a little bit weird, mate.
I'm gonna get really close to Mitesh and be like, well, sorry, I just want to match your line of sight, and then behind me, I just want to move Mitesh's phone closer to Michelle.
I'll try and pocket Mitesh's phone.
Yeah, okay, he doesn't notice. Rolled a 2 on that, so there was no way that was going to happen.
Good thing he didn't keep his old die.
Instantly steal a friend's phone immediately.
Yeah, he points over, kind of shows you where it is. He goes, "Yeah, it should be over there."
As soon as I feel like the phone leave like contact of my hand, I go, "Oh, cool, that's good." And then I'm not gonna go to the toilet. I'm just gonna kind of like duck through the crowd a bit and just like peer and stare.
Yeah, no, he carries on talking as if there's nothing much going on. He's talking about the critter meetup in the afternoon, the fact that he picked up some really good memorabilia from the Bandai stand, the fact that he's really enjoying just a beer and being back out again.
Can I look through Mitesh's phone? Is this Mitesh or is this like someone else's phone?
I mean, you tap it and nothing comes up on it.
Dead phone.
Real world Michelle would. I'm having like a slight panic attack because Niky's just left, and that's apparently not Mitesh, and I've not met Matt and Naddie before, so I'm just like,
I hadn't realised that actually. He's just been like, "Yeah, sure, I'll see you later."
Yeah.
I mean, Niky, do you keep staring or do you come back at some
Seeing the
point?
look of worry on Michelle's face, I'm gonna like head back over, but I'm gonna sort of do the long walk around the table, and just lightly poke Mitesh in the back to just make sure he's real, and then to disguise it, I'm gonna like put my hand on Matt's shoulder and be like, "Oh, it's nice to meet you," and then like shake Naddie's hand. And then,
He's definitely fully there. He's not an image or something.
Weird.
I might leave my Twitter conversation open as I like sit down next to Naddie and just like leave the conversation open and just like move my phone just like where it's really blatantly in his like eye line.
I would probably see that, yeah, and
Like,
check it out.
well,
I would also kind of look at Mitesh and look at the phone and be like, "Hang on, what?" And now also kind of understand why Michelle seems a bit awkward right now.
Freaked out.
Yeah. So, what's the plan for today?
Usual. Usual. Get some drinks here, maybe a little bit of food, and then we can see what fun we can have.
Can we get a Chinese? I'd love a Chinese.
Interestingly, yeah, there is a Chinese next door. I don't think they're open till later though.
Oh.
On the phone, where did it say Twitter DM Mitesh was gonna get here?
he said he's on his way. He didn't give us a time.
Okay.
It was the stop before whatever stop is for the.
Yeah, he
bot.
said he was at the stop before.
Yeah.
Do we know how long, like how far away that is?
Not far at all.
It's like 30 seconds.
The drink, and I'm gonna like back away from the table, and I'm gonna quickly rush through the crowd. And
As you're backing away from the table, he turns around and goes, "Do you think I could have my phone back though first? I think you should. I think you should all just stay sitting for a second. Like I said, we're about to have some fun. At which point, I need you all to make con saving throws,
Ooh.
Constitution saving throws.
Let's get my. I'm assuming this is from our actual character sheet itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone gets an additional +2 for being near me.
Oh.
Not at the moment.
No?
Not at the moment.
Oh, right, I'm with you.
Well, I have 4.
Okay.
I got 13.
Okay.
16.
A minute, con
16.
saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, 16 then.
16, 4, and
also 4.
4. Wow.
Hey!
Oof.
So you guys suddenly start feeling the music getting really loud, and it's starting to disorientate you guys, and it's really giving you guys a pounding headache, and it gets too much for you, and you just end up passing out.
Would this count as being put to sleep?
No, because that wouldn't apply at the moment anyway.
Okay. Because it would not be able to be put to sleep by magic.
I know, but you're still human at this point. You're still your usual selves as you guys are sitting there at the moment.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys pass out, and Matt and Niky, you guys are the first two to kind of start coming back to consciousness. You guys have got like a really pounding headache, and are a little bit disorientated as to what's going on. Your eyes are a little bit hazy, and like you're not sure what the fuck just happened.
Oh, is I only have 1 gin?
I had a cider. That was it.
Oh, I could usually drink so much more. Where is everyone? Is everyone still here?
So you guys see next to you, Naddie and Michelle still currently passed out, like heads down on the table. But the table doesn't quite look the same as what you were sitting on before. In fact, it's not the round table you guys were on before. These look more like long benches that you guys are sitting on. And as you guys kind of look around the room, you start to pick up little bits that are currently going on. One sec, let me just get this going. Let me know if you guys can hear that.
Nah, can't hear anything.
No?
Nah.
Why is the audio not coming through?
Are you using the jukebox, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear anything. The problem is I always face it. Jukebox. I
there we go.
can see it. It says now playing. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
It is quite loud though.
Yeah, that's better.
Better?
Better.
Right, so yeah, the music sounds a lot different to what you remember. It's not like the usual kind of pop punk stuff that they tend to play around the convention scene and stuff. It's more simple music, stuff that you swear you've heard in like D&D games and stuff. And it's not people in cosplay sitting around you, or not that you think are in cosplay. If they are, they're in really, really good cosplay. There's a couple dwarves sitting off in a corner, drinking and chatting between them.
Metal.
Some slightly taller people, clean-shaven, blonde hair, kind of look like they could be playing like some Lord of the Rings style elves, or maybe they're trying to cosplay as Legolas or something. And and a few other patrons just kind of sitting around, not really taking much notice of you at that moment.
I'm gonna give like Naddie and Michelle a nudge. Does Matt look different?
No, you guys still kind of look
Oh, okay.
the same as you do. As you do that, Naddie and Michelle, you kind of feel a couple elbows, one elbow each, just kind of nudging you guys in the side. Again, as
What?
you start coming to, you're kind of disorientated. Your vision's slightly blurry, and you've still got that kind of pounding headache that you had just before you passed out.
What's this? Where are we?
I
You
don't
tell
know.
me.
It doesn't look like MCM.
No. Not from what I've seen so far, at least.
The cosplay is really good, though.
Yeah. Holy shit, these guys put in some effort.
Where's
Did.
Mitesh? And we're in a fully different place, guys.
Yeah.
Did we go like a pub crawl or some shit, or?
I
We
mean, I
didn't
haven't got
have many drinks,
out
right?
with one gin.
I didn't even have alcohol.
Yeah, where is Mitesh? Because I stole his phone and it wasn't like a phone.
You go to check your pockets and you don't see the phone there. And in fact, the four of you guys looking around the tavern, you can't see anyone even resembling Mitesh in the bar.
Do we still have our own clothes and everything, right?
Yep, still have your own clothes at the moment.
Okay.
I got my phone.
Yeah.
Have I got signal?
No.
I was going to call the police.
Yeah, if you guys had phones on you, you still have the phones on you, but there's no signal or anything. It's just saying no service.
Well, this is not good.
No.
Also, no internet or anything?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. Oh.
That means no Deliveroo, which means we can't get a Chinese.
Shit. I really wanted a Chinese.
However, I'm gonna pull out my bag. I'm gonna unzip it. I'm gonna pull out like a Quality Streets tin. Pop it open, and I've got little pocket pizza, like pizza puffs, like puff pastry with like cheese and tomato sauce in.
Interesting.
Everyone can have one of these. It's one of my chef's things. So whenever you eat it, you get 3 temporary hit points.
Oh.
hell
So
yeah.
you
Give
guys
me all the
can,
HP.
you guys can add pizza puff to your inventory then.
I have cookies and Lucozade as well, but I think maybe we should save it because this feels like a situation.
The ever anxious and observant person I am, study everyone around to kind of catch conversations. Like, is someone talking about like, oh yeah, the DLR was packed this morning, or are they talking about wild stuff?
Yeah, it seems pretty. There's definitely no mention of the DLR or the XL or MCM. There's no mention of that. You hear the dwarves kind of talking about trade and just getting back into the village. The kind of what you assume to be elves are just kind of not really saying much. They're kind of just sitting there quietly drinking something out of a vessel, which, I don't know, maybe tea or something, or some like high-end spirit. It's definitely not like a tankard they're holding. You see you now see behind the bar, you can see a dwarven male. He's kind of in peasant kind of attire, but he's kind of chatting. He's telling a couple drunkards at the end of the bar, like, you guys have to fuck off right now. Like, you've had way too many. You're tapped. Get the hell out.
Cheers.
and there's a red-haired Furbold who's kind of having a bit of a laugh with a couple of people as she's pouring them some more drinks and stuff. Just kind of the usual conversation. How's your day been? It's been a while. How's the wife and kids? To a couple of them as well. She's actually anyone who's looking over to the bar specifically. Could you just do a perception check for me and add
Oh yeah.
2 to the roll?
14.
So just do a
Wait, do
d20.
you mean like
D20 and add 2.
Okay, yeah, that's 14.
14.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
And in total 22.
Fair.
Yeah.
Nice. Good maths.
4.
4.
Really keeping to that 4, Michelle, I see. So Matt, you pick up as you're looking at the people at the bar particularly, and you see this red-haired Furbold. And the reason why he picks it up is because of the colour matching. One of the people that she's talking to is actually a red-skinned humanoid person. You can just about see 2 horns protruding from their head and like a black mane of hair. And they're wearing like a black trench coat as well. And it stands out a little bit for you because he's talking to the person and getting his drink, but he hasn't got 1. He's got 5 drinks on him. He kind of gives her some gold, turns round, directly looks at your table, you guys as a group, kind of nods his head with a bit of a smirk and starts walking over to you guys. As he turns up, he puts the drinks down, kind of picks up one of them as well. He goes, "Oh, I was wondering when you guys were going to be waking up. You've kind of been passed out for like 3 days. I was getting a little bit worried for you. I mean,
3 days.
Yeah,
3 days.
Yeah,
And nobody tried to wake us up?
I mean, I had Kira at the bar keeping an eye on you. They obviously didn't want to dump you in rooms in case you were dead. I mean, Mercer didn't really tell me much when he dropped you guys off. He just kind of got in contact with me and said, "There's going to be some people here that are going to need your help. Just give them the lowdown, give them some stuff to get them going, and let them go from there."
I've missed that train.
Sir?
Yeah, Mercer. I assumed you knew him.
Well, we kind of had a weird experience. Where are we?
I mean, you're in. How bad did you guys hit your head or something? Like, you're definitely not from around here. Looking at the way you guys are dressed.
No, we're not.
I'm
No.
not gonna lie. You may need to change up your clothes and stuff to kind of fit in more. Otherwise, you could end up with a knife in the back. There's a chest over there they left as well. He said you guys would know what to pick out from it as you need it. So, I mean, I'll tell you what. You guys do that. Have a bit of a drink as well. Calm yourselves down. You'll feel a lot better, and then I can explain to you what's kind of going on.
Right.
Okay.
I'll walk up to the chest and check out what's in it.
It turns out to be a mimic, and it eats you. No, I'm kidding.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if
you open the chest up, and there seems to be some clothes and stuff in there. Different types of clothing immediately kind of stand out to each of you, and you kind of immediately go for that. It's some weird kind of gut feeling that you get. You ask Kira behind the bar, and she says there's some toilets at the back that you guys can use to get changed and stuff. As you do, and you put on this new attire, you do suddenly seem more invigorated, almost slightly stronger, and there's a weird sense as you've put all of this stuff on that something has changed a little bit.
Oh boy.
About yourselves, which is now when your classes will now come into play.
Cool.
But yeah, you guys change. You sit down for a bit. You saw, as you were heading off, you saw Zorus just leave. Tells you guys he's going to be back in a few minutes. Don't worry. He's already paid for the next couple of rounds of drinks if needs be. But yeah, he headed off as you guys. So you come back and there's some food along with the drinks and stuff on the table where you guys were sitting.
Are they alcoholic drinks?
When we get back to the table, does everyone look the same still, or?
Yeah. I mean, a bit
Yeah.
appearance-wise, you do kind of look the same. You've taken on
Okay.
the attributes of the races that you guys picked, but overall, you still look the same to each other.
Yeah.
So what do
So
you do?
I don't think any of us should drink any alcohol, guys.
I mean, yeah, I don't drink alcohol, so
I said drinking alcohol is bad. I know. Bad things happen when I drink, and we should just not drink.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't even have alcohol in where we were before, so
Good point.
cannot have been the drinks.
So someone called Mercer is expecting our help.
Apparently, but is he looked like Mitesh?
Did, but that
Oh.
wasn't Mitesh.
That was not Mitesh. No.
Yeah, that was not Mitesh.
It looks like his Twitch emotes. It did look like his Twitch emotes.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
For those that are wondering what they're talking about, the tiefling in question doesn't look as chibi as this, but this is kind of what they look like. Yeah, the tiefling individual didn't actually give their name to you.
Okay, but the tiefling guy said he's going to be back soon.
So I guess we should wait, maybe?
Yeah, I guess we dig into the food and drinks and everything.
I'm not eating any food or drink from this place. Luckily, though, I did start like taking the cling film off and slicing everyone up some lemon drizzle cake.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I like me some cake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Let's eat what we know is safe.
That's right.
Because a crazy furbog lady just made me get dressed from the Lost and Found at a D&D pub. So
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with too much.
Good point.
Okay, so you guys eat and drink for a bit. Eventually, the tiefling does turn up. He does return. Looks a bit. Cocks his head slightly at seeing what you guys have been eating, the lemon drizzle cake and stuff, and being like, I didn't know they had these kinds of things on the menu. I mean, you guys are missing out. And he picks up one of the meat pies off the table because they really do some of the best meat pies around here, and he kind of like scoffs one down quickly. I probably should have explained, a little bit rude when I started off. My name's Zorus Manamancer. I'm a bit of a mercenary and a traveller going around these points. I've kind of helped out a few people going around and generally try to keep an eye out, especially in this area of the world. There's been a lot of strange things that have been happening. Definitely some warpings and distortions that have been happening. You guys aren't the first ones to kind of turn up in strange clothing, so we kind of had an idea. Mercer kind of gave me the heads up that you guys may have been brought here without realizing it.
But who's Mercer?
He's just a friend. He kind of travels around telling stories and stuff. He kind of like brown hair. He's a human, like, so he doesn't have a lot of powers and stuff. But he's got a way of spinning words and everything. Tends to get a pretty big following behind him whenever he tells his stories, especially when he's got a few friends around him as well.
Brown hair, you said?
Yeah, brown hair about shoulder length. Clean shaven most of the time. Well, last couple of times I've seen him. Tends to wear like a vest, cardigan kind of thing.
Is this? Are we in a critical role cult? Have we been kidnapped into a cult?
What's critical role?
Oh,
Never mind.
Oh.
you had it. I
Yeah.
thought you had it.
I thought I had.
That's fair enough. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. He said something about somebody being brought here and kind of kidnapped and taken into the big castle outside. Before, honestly, I'd try and avoid going in there. It's not the safest place to be. Yeah, he said something about, I don't know, lambs to the slaughter, lambers to the slaughter, or something. I'm not sure. He always speaks cryptically sometimes, but yeah. I mean, I can't stick around here. I was kind of hanging about for a few days just to make sure you guys weren't, dead. But seeing as you guys seem to be back on your feet, you don't look like you've been hit around the head with like a big rock or something. I mean, are you guys okay here?
As in
I
to
can
stay
give you-
here.
Well, not here, obviously. I mean, I pay for the rounds, but that's kind of where it ends with my help.
Wait. You said something about Lambert, and to the slaughter and a castle.
Yeah, I
Has-
mean, you've got the big castle outside. Wow, you guys really aren't from around here, are you?
No, we're not.
No.
Yeah, I'd probably try and get out of here as quickly as possible if I were you. I mean,
Okay.
it sounds like you might know this Lamba, you said?
Yeah. Has he been taken to the castle? Did you say?
I don't know. I mean, there was rumors of somebody being taken inside.
Well, I guess we have to check it out, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys okay on your own now?
Think so?
I mean, it's
Not
not going to get much worse, is it?
No.
Cool. Well,
I guess
like,
we gotta stick together and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, the food on the table, the drinks, I think there may be one round as well. It's kind of paid up for you guys to kind of get your fill and stuff. But yeah, I gotta go see a lady about something. He kind of heads towards the door, and you notice this time, as opposed to the last time, because you guys were kind of heading off in the opposite direction to begin with. He when he gets to the door, he kind of peers out a little bit first, almost trying to make sure the coast is clear, and then he kind of ducks away quite quickly.
Hmm.
He looks shifty.
He does.
Was it the redskin or the devil horns?
It was.
I don't super want to step outside unless I know what's out there.
Yeah.
Is there any windows?
Yeah, there's some windows on the side.
What
Kind
do
of
we
where
see?
for
What
anyone that has been to,
see?
you look outside and some of the terrain looks similar to what you remember from outside, from outside the Fox as you guys were walking up, except where there would be kind of outside seating areas just seems more like grassy patches. Instead of a tarmac road, it's more like just a dirt road that kind of goes around in the same loop. You can imagine it's probably where horse and carts kind of come around. Are you all looking out the windows?
I
am.
would like. How many? You said there were some dwarves sat on another table. How many?
Just two of them.
2. I'm going to grab mine and Michelle's ales,
Oh.
and also 2 of the meat pies.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go over there. So I don't know what part you want to do first, but
We'll finish up. So the two that are or the ones that are looking out the windows, do a perception check for me. Add in the stats for the characters you have.
Oh my god, I have one. I don't see shit.
Sorry, 20.
23.
Jeez. Naddie, you kind of you notice the castle when you look out the window. It's not something you can miss. It is a massive, massive castle, and you're just taken aback in awe of it that you see nothing else. Michelle, as you're looking out the window, you look around for a second, kind of wondering what Zorus may have been looking for. Maybe you can see him running off or sneaking around or something. You don't see him. What you begin to see, and you can hear it as well, just kind of almost like raptor feet kind of walking and moving, but there's a bit of a mechanical sound to it, and you kind of see the top of this figure as it's walking, and it's not that big, probably, I don't know, about 4 feet tall, about 4 feet off the ground from what you initially see anyway, and it's just this cylindrical kind of head with a yellow light in the front of it. And you kind of start seeing that walking into view, and it's kind of looking around as it's doing it. You kind of see it walk past the pub that you guys are in. It kind of scans across the windows, but doesn't pick up anything, and then just starts making a loop around and kind of walking back.
Okay, I'm going to point that out to the others. That doesn't look right.
Yeah.
What?
Naddie, when this is pointed out to you, you immediately recognize it and are immediately confused, because you were streaming earlier in the week and you swear to God you were taking your bow and arrow as Aloy and killing these watchers in a video game.
Are we in Horizon Zero Dawn right now?
You don't know. But there's definitely a watcher that's
That's what I'm asking the others. Guys? Have you guys...
I haven't played it yet. I don't know.
I've played it. I knew what one is, but
that's definitely a watcher. Horizon Zero Dawn.
I've only played it a bit. Feels like a lot.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too.
As you guys are doing this, Niky, are you still walking across to the dwarves?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I'll preface this now. I'm terrible at accents. I'll just be using my normal voice, but I'll describe which one's talking at the time. But you go up, and one of them's got like blonde, spiky hair that's kind of shaved at the side, and it's got like a braid at the back that kind of comes down. And he's got big, like, mutton chop sideburns that come down to it. The other one's got dark hair that's kind of slightly longer, tied back in a ponytail. Not a man bun, but definitely a ponytail. But he's got kind of the hipster beard that comes down, and it's braided at the front as well. And they're just kind of... They're wearing kind of travel leather, studded leather armor. And they're just kind of enjoying some drinks and conversations.
Super. I'm going to put one tankard in front of each of them and also one meat pie in front of each of them and go, got room for a stranger?
Yeah. Weren't you that stiff that was passing
the guy that was possibly dead for 3 days and then everyone just left? I was one of them. Sort of a strange deal you guys have got, sort of milling about people you think might be dead. But, you know, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. I have a question for you. How did I arrive here? Was I dragged through the door, or...?
I mean, you and your friends were already here when we came in here. We
Super.
only arrived this morning. We came from out of town.
And did you see? Oh, you only got here this morning.
Yeah,
Right.
we had a bit of a trade route that we dropped off, and the meat pies here are so good. We thought we'd get some drinks and stuff before heading back on the road.
Smart,
Well,
definitely. Stop for the meat pies. So you're not from like super around here. What's your understanding of that castle?
Oh, the castle. Yeah, it's run by some weird duke or lord or something. All we were told when we first came into town and on the last few visits is don't go near it. Don't try to get into it, or somebody's gonna put the hammer down, and you're gonna be in massive trouble.
And when they said hammer, did it sound like a literal hammer or a metaphorical hammer?
I mean, we weren't willing to find out.
That's fair. Well, I'm sort of in a situation here.
Right.
I don't belong here. I'm from, I would argue, further away than you are. I don't know how I got here. Or actually, I don't know many of the rules of this world. What if? So let's hypothetically say, if you were to give like some tourist advice to someone coming to this city for the first time, what's something they should keep an eye out for? You know, like nutters with crossbows. You might shoot you if you've got, I don't know, pink hair. Like, help me out here, bro.
I mean, I haven't seen
Bro.
any people with crossbows shooting people with pink hair, so I'm guessing you might be safe there. I mean, it's not that bad of a place. I mean, you've got the village down the road that has some good spots in there. Probably biggest advice is avoid the castle.
Super.
Oh, and you might want to be careful of the patrols and stuff outside as well. They're generally not too bad, but if they're keeping an eye out on anything in particular, like, it could cause problems.
Cool. And when is it your are you here for the night or are you off soon?
We're probably here for a few hours, and then we'll be kind of moving on.
Right. So the Watchers are like techie. Burr, 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 burr. I'm going to attempt to slip my phone into their bag.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
Right, let's do this. +6. And I rolled a 12. That's an 18.
18. Yeah, you seem to manage to slip into their bag without them noticing.
Cool. And then I'm going to go and rejoin the others and just say, yeah, so I spoke to the dwarves. Not much help, because to them, this is all pretty normal. They said avoid the castle and the Watchers.
Okay.
I'm worried that the Watchers are going to sort of hunt us because we're, not from here. So I slipped my phone in their bag so that if they are scanning for technology or whatever, they might die instead of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
kind
then
of nasty, but okay.
You don't know them.
I'm convinced this is some kind of group hallucination.
Was the
Are you guys talking by the window, or have you gone back to your?
Or just a bit of group.
But did the light on the Watchers, was it yellow?
It was yellow.
Okay. So you guys probably don't have. Have you played Horizon Zero Dawn or?
I played like the first third.
Okay, so
I played a decent amount, but I can't remember anything. Really. It's like...
Okay, so I'm currently playing through it. If the light is yellow, they're looking for something or someone.
Wait, or they might be looking for someone in particular.
Well, normally if they're just roaming around, the light is blue, and if they notice you, then it turns yellow.
Okay. So maybe it noticed the tiefling whose name I can't remember. So maybe he just like triggered their alarm. I don't know. I haven't played the game.
Maybe. I mean, it's possible. It kind of depends on what they're looking for, I guess.
Okay. So what do we do? Because I think
Well,
Mitesh has been kidnapped.
I think so. But
I think
maybe we
so
can
too.
ask the barmaid if she knows anything about how we got here. I'll walk up to the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see,
Hi.
see the barmaid.
Dude.
She's just finishing up, kind of serving one customer and starting to kind of wipe down the bar from where there's been some spillages and stuff.
All right. Hi. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure. Good to see you guys are a little bit more awake, a little bit more lively. I was getting
Yeah,
worried.
thanks.
I mean, Mercer's normally pretty good when he drops people off. They normally wake up pretty quick. But I mean, you guys were out for 3 days. I thought he may have lumbered me with some deados.
Does he do this often?
Not often. He's normally pretty good at keeping an eye out on anything weird that goes on around these parts. I mean, there tends to be like anyone that seems to kind of fall through any like tears or anything. We kind of have a bit of an agreement to kind of he'll bring them here. We'll kind of set them up and stuff, see if we can help them out a little bit before sending them on their way.
What kind of tears do you mean?
I mean, it's kind of hard to explain, but it started happening about a year ago. That just kind of we were just kind of a really simple town, and then the castles started becoming a little bit more ominous. Suddenly, stranger creatures started appearing around the place. Random people turning up, talking about locations and places that none of us have ever heard of. I mean, we seem to have found a bit of a balance at the moment. You guys have kind of come a bit of a lucky time. There was a little bit of a martial law that came in when Lord What's his face moved in. I've spaced on the guy's name. Whoops. That was it. When Lord Virion kind of took over the castle. I mean, he kind of did that, and there was some strange lightning that came out of it at one point, and yeah, it's made things a little bit weird, especially with the sky and stuff. I mean, we've kind of gotten used to it, but yeah, it was a bit of a weird transition.
Okay. Is that also around the time that these Watchers showed up, or have they been around for longer?
No, they turned up about 9 months ago. A lot of us just kind of woke up and they were doing their patrols. It was a bit rough to begin with. A few people kind of tried to get rid of them, and they seemed to have a way of communicating with each other. And a few people kind of died, but it was weird when we backed off of them. They seemed to just kind of do patrols and then walk off. So we try not to hassle them too much at the moment. They seem to only really they don't seem to come indoors, but unless they're tracking something, they just kind of do their routes, and that's about it.
What kind of things would they be tracking?
I mean, the last person that came through here, they were wearing some weird device on their wrists when Mercer dropped them off, but they thought they were pretty cocky. They said that they'd played a lot of Vidya games, and thought that
Video game.
yeah, it sounds about right. And that they kind of knew what to do, and unfortunately they walked out and got trampled by 3 of them watchers pretty quickly.
Ouch.
It was brutal to see. But yeah, they were wearing some device thing on their wrist. It was making some weird beeping noises every so often. I don't know whether he thought he could control them or what, but yeah, they kind of ripped off the arm that thing was on and kind of like smashed it.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Do you know of anyone that Mercer brought in? Is there anyone of those people still around here?
Not that I know. I don't really keep track of them, if I'm honest. I normally just send them back towards the village on the other side, and hope that they get away safe. Maybe set up a life. Maybe find their way home. I mean, there's rumours that there may be some kind of portal or something within the castle, but yeah, it's just looking at that place gives me a bit of the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it did seem big,
Yeah,
scary.
and nobody's getting past that big fucker that stands at the gate 24/7.
Big fucker at the gates.
Yeah. I mean, didn't you notice when you guys were looking out the window? It's like this huge, like,
No,
suit
sorry,
of armor thing.
I was kind of impressed by the castle myself, so didn't really see much else.
It is kind of impressive.
I know, yeah.
Gives off a really weird vibe.
Yeah. So, where exactly are we right now?
I mean, you're in Avella.
Oh, okay, right.
Well, the continent of Avella. The town's called Londinium.
Londinium?
Yeah, Londinium.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. I guess we'll be on our way, and if we have any more questions, I guess we can still find you here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm here most of the time, so yeah.
Right.
Hopefully, you guys kind of get somewhere safe or manage to get home.
Thank you.
No worries.
And back to the group.
Mhm.
Did you guys catch this?
Did we? I assume, I'm assuming, tell me if I'm wrong, that we're keeping very close to each other right now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Londinium,
Yeah.
big fucker at the castle. So we sort of need to get into this castle.
Maybe we need to go to the village first, though.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we can find someone who also was dropped off here by Mercer. See if they're also from, like, the real world.
Right, someone who's sort of like settled and just went, I'm just going to live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know of any stories in the real world of missing people that stood out?
Like on the MCM events Facebook group. Like, has anything been on there?
Yeah,
No.
or just in the news.
Make a history check.
I'm not good at history, I don't think, but I'm happy to
That's
help out if that's okay.
What was that?
I rolled
22.
22. Yeah.
I mean, there's been the odd kind of rumors of people going missing. They generally, for the most part, they tend to turn up. None that kind of disappear under weird circumstances. MCM have generally tried to put out more information with regards to kind of safety and stuff, because there's quite a lot of people, and especially on the Saturday night, there tends to be a lot of people drinking around the area, and it can sometimes cause trouble and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose it's incredibly busy. It's in the centre of London, and a lot of alcohol next to a river.
Yeah.
I think if people go missing, I don't think they're assuming
Magic portals.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
shame, because that would have been far more whimsical.
The placement of the castle, and can I try and track to where we are, and like if this is the Fox, is the XL the castle?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So you look out, and where you would assume the XL Centre would be is now this like white White Castle, kind of the same side, doesn't look like a typical castle with the spires and stuff. There's one kind of upper level, kind of in the middle of it. But it's at this point you kind of notice that although it should be white, there seems to be a bit of an orange tint to it, and that's when you kind of notice that the actual sky isn't blue; it's got an orange hue to it.
Oh.
Is it
Okay.
like dark outside, or is it like?
It's fairly light.
Okay, so can we kind of like see what time it is?
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of make a guess that it's maybe around midday 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
The orange hue kind of does throw off where you'd normally catch the sun most of the time. You can kind of make
Yeah.
a rough estimation that it's probably around early afternoon.
Okay. All right. Oh, guys. Armin did tell me that the watchers seem to be triggered by devices.
Oh.
So Niky, you had you made a good call tossing your phone.
Maybe we should get rid of everyone's phones.
I think we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
And any other electronic device we might have.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I try and find somewhere in this tavern that I could hide my phone so I could come back for it?
Yeah, same.
I mean,
Sure,
there's
it's fine.
Michelle, do a perception check for me.
Yeah, can I claim my insurance? Yeah. Mr. World, pause. Yeah.
Got
12.
We
12.
could just.
You
we-
notice a few kind of corners, maybe behind some seats and stuff. You do also remember the chest from earlier is still there on the ground as well.
Ooh,
Wait,
chest.
guys, we could just ask the barmaid if she can hold on to them for us. She seemed nice.
That's a very good suggestion.
And if they don't really come inside either, they're not going to inspect inside. Maybe.
I mean, I'm sure I can convince her to do it. I can be very persuasive.
I think behind the bar is probably the safest place for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah.
So I'll hold my hand out for the phones and other devices.
I'll pass it. Got my Switch, got my chargers, got my laptop.
Naddie's just there with like two hands at the end of it, just like with this big pile of stuff being like.
The tabling, the iPad, like it's just...
And I'll walk up to the bar again and try and get her attention again.
She quickly notices. I mean, a big pile of technology isn't one that's going to be missed quite quickly. She gives kind of a weird look as she walks over.
You mentioned that the watchers were triggered by this device that this guy had on his arm, right?
Yeah.
So we have a few of our own devices.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be walking around with stuff like that.
No, that's my point exactly. Would it be okay if we could store this somewhere in the
I mean,
inn?
I'm not going to touch any of it because I don't know what the hell those kind of things do.
I mean, they didn't do anything. They're switched off. They don't do anything. But if you could just keep them out of sight, they shouldn't trigger the watchers. I mean, they're not coming inside, right?
No,
Or
but
they would have been inside already.
still, there's a lot of stuff. The chest that your gear and stuff was in, that was kind of bought. That's not actually ours, but if you wanted to put your stuff in there, I mean, we could put it away in the back. I'm not going to loosely hold on to
All right.
to all.
No,
of
that's
this
fine.
stuff.
That's fine. As long as you can keep it in the back or something, so that we cannot lose it that way, that'd be fine.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'll get the porter to kind of move it as soon as you guys have kind of closed up the chest and stuff.
Sweet, thanks. And I'll drop everything in the chest.
Okay.
Clang, clang, clang.
Just
Your screen.
smashes everything.
Shit.
So do we want to go now, or do we want to go when it's dark?
No, I think we need to go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I
Yeah.
think we should head to the town.
I don't really want to be out at night in this place, to be honest.
I mean, now that we got rid of our devices and everything, we should be fine for the Watchers, I think.
Yeah.
We should still be careful, I think, because the tiefling guy that I forgot the name of as well did watch out too, so...
And he was just like one of them, so...
But what if he has a device?
That's possible, I guess, but better be safe than sorry, I guess.
Yeah. Let's be sneaky.
Yes.
Can I watch one of the watchers or whatever I can see and
Watch the
kind of
watcher.
track their movements so I can be like
Work out there, like...
work out their path so
Yeah.
we can
Yeah, you spend about 15-20 minutes just kind of keeping an eye on it, and you see that it's doing the same route as it goes round, and it takes about 8 to 10 minutes each time it goes down before it comes back up again to do that kind of same loop
Is it just one Watcher?
that you've noticed.
But since we are watching for like 20 minutes, we should be able to see more if there's more, right?
Well, you don't see two of them. You see
Okay.
one coming up every like 8 to 10 minutes or so. So you're not sure if it's the same one. You're not sure if it's a separate one, and they're kind of going up and down. But
All right. Well, guys, let's head out when it's not here.
Yeah, let's get going.
okay, so you guys head out, and if you've got Roll20 open, that should.
There we go.
I'll be just for the people in chat. I'll change over the scenes when we're in combat specifically, just so that you guys can see what's going on. But visually, for non-combat stuff, it's more so for the players to kind of get an idea of what's going on.
And on the right is the castle, I'm guessing? Like that orange stuff?
No. As you walk out, you kind of see, not so much see, but you feel an immense amount of heat coming from that kind of side.
Hey. What do we see?
You feel a lot of heat, and the wall on that side goes a lot higher before like a bit of a canopy comes over. So you don't see, you see kind of more of an orangey glow, but all you hear is like bloop, bloop, tss, tss.
Okay.
I think we just act super casual and just walk down the street until we get a better idea of various directions we can head off to and see which one is closest to like a village or something where we can see people rather than.
Yeah, let's go now though, because the Watcher is away from us now. So let's move.
Yeah.
go.
All right. So I'm guessing this way.
Everyone move.
Casual.
Casual, yeah, like.
Are you doing like, for anyone that's watched World's End, are you kind of doing what they do with that is just at casual, like we're on a normal kind of walk, but walking like really upright and just kind of looking at everybody.
Yeah, that's basically me.
So hang on, is this like a road or?
Yeah, so you see, like, as you guys get to that bit, you see the track kind of still go off ahead, but you also see it kind of veers off left as left as well. The kind of
Okay.
you
by the
guys
way,
find it really surreal, especially those that've been to like the XL and MCM before, because the layout and stuff seems very similar. It just doesn't look the same.
Okay. They cannot see it on the stream, by the way.
I know.
Um,
When you're not in combat yet, unless you want to be in combat. I mean, I can put you in combat.
outside the castle gates, can we see said big fucker?
Not quite from where you are.
Right.
And where is because where is the castle?
So the castle is like behind this area here. You can now see the corner of it, kind of in this section.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you can kind of
Okay.
see the corner of it now, and you can see down by the bottom corner as well. You can see where they are, or where the corner would be. So I'm just moving the map and zoom out a little bit.
Okay.
Are there any people about?
No, you see no people.
Oh
I don't like
Okay.
that.
yeah.
So where do you guys think that this town is?
I assume it's like into London, as we would know it.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not from around here.
No.
So.
There is also, I don't know how much this mirrors.
Do we head to the Nova Hotel, or what would be the Nova Hotel? People are friendly there. Like down here.
Yeah, go down and round, or
I'm pretty sure both roads lead up, so it does. I don't.
yeah, I think actually, if we head just straight down, just away from what sounds like lava, a quote unquote big fucker,
Yeah.
and the watchers,
Yeah.
we maybe just get away from that situation for a bit.
All right.
You currently see, as you guys are kind of having that conversation, you see one of the watchers walking around. They still kind of have that yellow eye. One does stop. Well, the one you see kind of stops in front of you, kind of leans up. So now it's gone from kind of 4 feet tall. It's kind of grown an extra like 2 feet in height as it's kind of gone up vertically, and it's kind of just kind of peering around. And it kind of stops for a second and gazes slightly more across you guys.
You can't see.
And then it just goes back into its previous position and kind of carries on moving.
All right.
If we engage with one of those, how fucked are we?
Well, I'm not sure. I know we gotta aim for the eye because that hurts.
Okay.
But I don't know how well we do against them. And do we actually have weapons, like the weapons that we would have?
I
with
think from
Yeah.
the chest. Yeah.
Okay, so we did get them weapons and stuff as well.
Yes, everything you now have on your character sheets, you do now have on your persons, including a pizza puff that Niky gave you guys at the beginning.
Hell yeah.
It's every hit point as and when you want it.
I say we keep moving down this way.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to engage them.
No, I
Nah.
just, if they get too close or if they go aggressive, I just think we should be ready.
Yeah.
To just
So go for the eye. They always have some armor around the eye as well, but if you go like straight for the center of the eye, that hurts them the most.
So hypothetically, if one of them came for us, if I was managed to hold it, are you guys confident that you could jab it in the eye?
I mean, I'm not
Probably?
sure how maybe.
Naddie, from what you remember from playing the game, you know that these watchers, they generally don't go around by themselves, and if they do spot or are in danger or are hunting something, they generally have some means of alerting other machines that are around near them.
Yeah, so they usually hunt or like are in groups. So if we would attack one, we would also get more on our tail. So
Right.
probably not smart to do this if we can avoid
Yeah.
it.
Don't attack them.
And they seem to be fine now that we tossed our devices and everything.
Yeah,
So
I think we could chill out a bit. Right. So the plan is to go and see if we can find someone who has been in the same situation as us and has just sort of given up and decided to settle.
yeah.
Lambra, are there any, like, you know how you get like street signs on the, because the not too far from where we are right now is the XL one, which is like this way for the tube stations and
Yeah.
stuff. Is there like a fantasy like signpost with like those like arrows pointing to villages and stuff?
No, you don't seem to see any kind of signposting or anything around.
Aww.
Does this seem like a well-trodden path we're walking down?
Yeah, I mean the two that you notice, the one that you're currently on, and the one that you would normally take to kind of cut across towards the Novotel and stuff, they both look like fairly worn paths, like they are used on a regular basis.
Okay.
I say we just keep walking until we
Yeah.
find anyone, and I'm gonna keep my eyes out for signs of any other people.
With your ridiculous passive perception.
Yeah.
So Michelle has a passive perception of 20 for anyone there.
Oh shit!
Holy shit.
23.
It's 23.
Sorry.
Otherwise known as anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I just noticed that you swapped Nikki's and Michelle's cams for this scene.
So I have. Sorry about that. Let me edit that out. Let me just
Right.
finish doing this.
Because we have another option. So if we go down and round, there's the service entrance where deliveries got sent to the XL. Maybe that's where all the horses and carts go, and maybe we can find someone who's been in the castle before delivering stuff, but not like part of whatever's going on in there. I think we need to find someone else. I don't think we're in a position to act without
No.
more information.
We should probably find someone else who came from the real world so that we can see what they've been up to, see if they have more information, if they've been busy trying to find a way out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you carry on going straight then?
Yeah. We're going to go basically deeper into the heart of London, assuming that
Sure.
that is where the population's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you guys go around, you find yourself kind of looping round a little bit, back towards kind of where the village would normally be. If from what you guys remember, if you ever kind of went down that bit at the XL where you have like a couple of shops and stuff, and then the car park, and there's a couple of side roads that kind of come out from it. You kind of come out near the top of there, just kind of after the first row of shops.
Do these all look houses?
Sorry.
Are these all houses, or are some of them like shops?
Mainly houses. You don't notice a lot of the lights from the on the bottom floors of a lot of these buildings. There's not many lights on at the bottom. They're quite upper floor lighting going on.
Yeah.
But from where you are at the moment, you still don't see kind of many people.
Odd. That there's hardly anyone.
I'm going to knock on a door.
Okay.
The nearest one.
There's no response.
There's no response.
No.
Is the light on the upper floor?
No. I mean, you didn't specify that was the kind of one you were looking
I'm going to go to the nearest one with a light on.
Yeah, you do that. You knock on the door. You kind of wait a couple minutes, and the door kind of creaks open a little bit. You see a fairly old-looking woman with kind of blonde hair that's going a little bit grey. Just kind of, she doesn't open the door fully, but she opens it like a crack, and you can see like a bit of a latch on the inside. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm new in town, and I was thinking about maybe moving here. But I think the best way to know if a place is worth moving to is find the person who moved here latest and see what they felt about the whole like moving situation. If it was a pretty welcoming town, do you know who that might be?
No. I don't like talking to people here. They don't like us talking to a lot of people here.
Who doesn't like you talking to people?
Is this some kind of test? Is he testing us again?
Yes, this is an honesty test.
Anyone? we don't talk to anyone else. We do what we need to. And, we don't.
And who makes it so that you don't talk to anyone?
Sorry.
And who says that you can't talk to anyone?
Lord Virion?
Correct. Well done. Also, just a side question. This is not part of the test. Are you from another dimension with technology and stuff? And did you get brought here and left in a tavern against your will?
One second. She kind of goes really kind of wide-eyed and goes a little bit back and being like,
You have to
no,
be honest.
and closes the door.
All right. Well, yeah.
I'm just waiting for the moment we're going to get shanked by a random chap or someone.
It's not her, and people don't like people talking to each other. Thanks to Lord Viren.
All right. I mean, we could try the next door, but I feel like we're gonna have a similar response.
Yeah.
Is there any
all
place-
still grouped together at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you all make a... Which one would this be?
Ooh.
Yeah, could you all just make a constitution check for me? Not a save,
Just
just
straight.
a check.
Not just straight. Okay.
So just add your con modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an 8.
11.
14.
I need to start with another die.
Okay, so Matt and Michelle, since kind of entering this village part, that uneasiness that you had about the fact that you're in a strange place anyway feels slightly more heightened. You can't shake. Like, you start looking around at the rooftops and in the windows and stuff, you suddenly get this really weird sense that something's watching you. You can't place it. You're not sure if it's just kind of your mind playing tricks on you because you have no idea where the fuck you are, but it's just you two especially at this point just kind of have that weird feeling.
Can I do like a perception to look out for any signs of anything, like curtains twitching
Sure.
or...
I told you, we're gonna get shanked.
That's fine.
21.
You look around. You think you catch a curtain move, but then you realise it's just kind of the breeze shifting it. You don't notice anything though.
Is there any place near here that you guys know of, like in our world, where people
I mean,
really?
we did Tesco Express, if my memory serves.
I can get a discount.
It's not a super residential. Well, there is that residential bit, but it's mostly hotels and like restaurants. And can I do a divine sense?
Ooh.
Sure.
So you can detect good and evil until the end of your turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 foot.
Sure. So you cast it and you don't pick up anything like that.
Holes. Honestly, I think knowledge of London is only going to be like so helpful. I don't think it's going to be amazing.
So, I have a kind of plan. If we go knock on someone else's door, I'm kind of whispering this to everyone. It sounds crazy, but I feel like I could turn into a cat. Maybe I could sneak in and get some more information. You know, like when Niky does his spiel about, did you come here through a portal? And they're like, no. If they then close the door and it's suddenly like, oh no, they found us, then I'll be there to like hear it.
Nice, but how are you gonna get out?
Cats can always get out.
You're the cat in the situation, so
The
you do sort of need to know how it happens.
Are you talking about wild shape, Michelle?
I am.
So you kind of initially, as you're saying this and telling the others, like you feel that you can kind of change into something, maybe a cat or something. The others kind of notice you getting smaller as you're saying this. I mean, you can describe the kind of cat that you turn into, but essentially, like, as you're talking about this more and more, your common speech kind of turns into meows until you're a cat.
Amazing. Yeah, just really average black cat.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I'd say it doesn't use up one of your wild shapes for the day, but it's more just kind of you have this gut feeling, and without realizing it, kind of activated it initially within you without thinking. So where the others may be thinking what, they then actually see you turn into a black cat.
That's sick.
How did you do that?
I'm going to pick up the cat. Are you still in there? Okay. So.
Guess we will go with the plan.
Yeah. Do you want to try and look as official as possible, the three of us, and look like we're like Lord Viren's men, so that people actually speak to us?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would be cool if I could disguise myself.
I'm bouncing back and forth between character sheets on here. Do you have
I don't
one?
really. Yes, I do.
Is it a spell though?
Yeah, first level.
Yeah. So you wouldn't change initially for that, because wild shape is more of an ability.
Yeah. Okay. Shame.
We can just look imposing. They don't know what every single person that Lord Viren employs.
Yeah, and if they're kind of scared of this guy too.
If we look scary, that's golden. Should we find the biggest house with lights on? Just because there's more likely to be more people.
Yeah.
And Matt, if stuff gets a bit dicey, can you just like jam your foot in the door?
Yeah, I could try to.
Just if like Michelle can't get in, or we think they're gonna like attack her or something.
Okay.
And we'll go up to the biggest house with a light on, and that's a great sound, Niky.
Yeah.
So
So
how
do you go down the main kind of path through this little village bit?
Yeah.
how would spells work at this point? Like, would I know all of my spells now, and would I know that I can cast them, or like?
I mean, yeah, you can start getting a rough idea of just like if you can cast spells, kind of just this weird tingle in your hands, like you suddenly pick up that and noticing things around you and how things may be. Like you're definitely not in London. You're not in like the normal world at the moment. Whether it's an hallucination, alternate plane, alternate reality, whatever it is, you're not in normal London. And there's definitely something strange going on, especially after you've seen one of your friends turn into a cat in front of you.
Okay. So I can just use my spells and stuff now.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I mean, if you wanted to be like, oh, I wonder if I could do something similar like that, and you kind of pretended to think really hard, and you ended up casting disguise self, then that would be kind of the realization. I was kind of playing off like the way Michelle was talking about. I think I can turn into a cat. I was just like, yeah, it'd be kind of funny if, like, as she's saying that, she doesn't realize she's actually turning into a cat.
Meow 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 meow.
Yeah.
All right. So. All right. So what do you? How are we gonna do this?
I think we just ask some generic questions.
Are you guys still doing this from where you are, kind of on that side street, or are you?
I'll go down the main to find a bigger house. I say I want to find the biggest building with lights on.
That's fine. So as you hit the kind of main path, you start seeing a couple more people kind of further down. A couple of the buildings start looking a little bit bigger. And you start seeing a couple more people moving around, more like what you'd see in a typical village.
Oh, okay. Maybe we
Ah.
can knock on doors.
Then I wanna approach them.
Yeah, I mean they're about 50, 60 feet away from you at this point.
Yeah, we'll follow Naddie and see what he's got up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Well, not much, but I just want to know more information.
I mean, you see a couple of them walking down. They kind of it's a really surreal sensation, especially as being nerds, because the attire and stuff that you see a lot of these people wearing, any other day of the week, or if it was still Comic-Con, you'd assume it's just people in cosplay. Like, there's people wearing like quite simple clothing and like green cloaks, like you'd assume the hobbits or somebody from the Lord of the Rings would be wearing. There's another person that looks a bit stockier. They've got like a big mane of hair that kind of goes up in dreadlocks, and they're wearing like more furs and kind of some plate armor on them as well. For the
I'm
most
just
part,
internally screaming right now, just like, oh my god, yes!
they all, for the most part, just look like normal humans. There's not much variations in like clear variations. Like you haven't seen any dwarves. They just look like a few humans kind of walking around.
All right. Hello. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
All right. Do you? I'm guessing you live here in this town.
Yeah, we live down the road.
All right. Good. Did you by any chance move in here recently, or?
Well, kind of as long as we can remember.
Okay. Do you know if any people started living here like in the past year?
I mean, I don't know about moved in. It is kind of one of those areas where, you know, you don't really get to know your neighbours. I mean, you meet the people down the pub, but you don't really tend to ask where they live and stuff. Best place you might. I mean, any reason why you want to find out about people that moved in the past year?
Well, we kind of want to move in this town, but we kind of want to
You-
hear opinions
You want to
from other
move into
people.
this area with that psycho at the end of the road? Like,
Psyche at the end of the road?
yeah, Lord Virion. Like
Right, okay.
the guy's a madman. He's like he sent half the people here paranoid that they're going to be
That's-
like arrested or taken into the castle, and you guys want to move in around here?
See, that's why I wanted to find people who recently moved in here, so that we actually can get some, reviews, people like actual stories from people who just moved in here, see if they liked it here or not.
I mean, the people here are nice enough, but I mean, with regards to moving around here, if you want my suggestion, don't. I mean, we've
Okay.
had quite a few people pass through, and given how new you seem to be, I'm guessing you haven't travelled here of your own
No.
accord. The ones that kind of come through, they're similar like you. We haven't had one in, I don't know, about 9 months or so.
9 months.
I mean, they just kind of moved on and went on their merry way. They kind of took the advice and not stuck around here.
Where
I mean,
do you know where?
if
went?
Varian starts figuring out there's people around here that aren't supposed to be here, you're going to end up in that castle pretty quick.
But do you have any idea where those other people went besides the
we
castle?
didn't ask. You sure
Okay.
you're not working for Varian?
No, I'm not. No, we recently got here, and we're
I
trying
mean,
to find our way.
There's people you can talk to, but their names aren't given out that easily.
Okay, I mean, we seem trustworthy, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you kind of just came up and started talking without any introductions or anything.
Oh, I'm Naddie. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Pleasure. Name's Keris.
Karis. Okay,
Yeah.
nice to meet you. By the way, random different question. Do you know a guy named Mercer by any chance?
Mercer? Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay. So, if you cannot give us the names of those people that we might talk to, where can we find them or how can we contact them?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Yes!
I knew Naddie wanted to lead up to this.
Hell yeah. Well, that's a 21 because I rolled a 6 and I can treat all of my rolls below 9 or below as a 10.
As a 10.
Plus 11. So 21.
You see him kind of lean in towards you. Look, I'm not going to give out any specific names. If you want a little bit more information and you think you're trustworthy enough, find Bastion.
Bastion. Is that a person or a place or?
It's a turret.
It's a place. Find Bastion.
Okay.
Ask for the healer.
Ask for?
Ask for the healer.
The healer. Okay. And where can we find Bastion?
That's for you to figure out, mate. That's all I'm gonna give you on that.
Shit.
I'm sure you can give us a hint in the right direction.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna give you directions to the place. It's one of those places where if you know where it is, you know where it is. You don't openly advertise where it is for people to go to. But if you happen to stumble across it by whatever means, then that's up to you.
All right.
I mean, that's all I
Well,
can say. We're kind of. I'm going to make a move. I don't like spending too much time on the streets.
all right. Well, thank you for the information, and have a good rest of your day.
No worries. And you see him kind of walk off. Kind of. You notice as he walks off, he's not walking at the same kind of pace that he was before. It could almost be put down that he's ambling as he's walking.
He's what?
Ambling, so kind of walking slowly.
Oh,
Okay. I'll quietly ask the rest of the group, guys, do you want to follow that guy, see where he goes?
yeah.
I
was-
along behind this person.
Lambert, are we still getting that really weird feeling like we've been watched still as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we will try to kind of shadow him, but like in a way that it's not obvious that we're actually following him.
Yeah. Everyone make stealth checks for me.
Oh no. Waving is my still.
Oh crap.
I'm okay as though.
Well, that's a 7.
7.
21.
15.
So 15, 7, 21.
Did cats get advantage on stealth?
What was that, Michelle?
15.
Oh, okay. All right. So collectively, you guys kind of managed to stay pretty quiet. You're kind of walking in a group, a little way behind, and you see them go down the road a little bit further, and then the road kind of a road to the left. You see them kind of turn into that. You're about 40, 50 feet behind them.
Is that still on this map?
Yep. If I scroll down.
We're like,
So around here.
Okay.
okay.
you see
Well, I
them
guess
turn off.
we'll follow him then.
Yeah.
We'll pursue them. If they're walking slowly, it might be like they're trying to lead us there subtly.
Yeah.
Michelle, do you keep with the group or do you go slightly further ahead to kind of keep closer?
I think I want to go slightly further ahead so I don't look obviously like I'm with them. I want to look like I'm just a cat who's wandering around.
Okay. So yeah, you get to that kind of junction first, and you look down that side street and you don't see them. Do a perception check for me.
$25.
25.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah,
Girls got
although
high.
you don't see them about, you see kind of faint traces in the dirt of where they've been stepping. It kind of goes off to the bushes over here. And then just kind of disappears.
So as a cat, I have keen smell, which just means I have advantage on perception checks. Can I
Yep.
try and like follow the trail of this person into the bushes?
Yeah, so you kind of get up to the bushes, and you kind of have a look, and it's weird because the bushes are at the bottom of these steps where you see the steps themselves that you can see go up, but because you rolled so high, you kind of look more underneath where the steps turn, and what you actually notice is a like 2 steps going down and then a door, which, because it's quite dark behind there, isn't something you'd normally notice because it's obscured by the bushes for the most part.
Okay. Then I'm gonna sit and wait for the others and signal to them as best I can as a cat.
Mhm.
I'm gonna fly to the door.
Yeah, I suppose. Do you want to try the door? How are we feeling about mystery underground door?
I mean, he said if you know where it is, you know where it is, or something along those lines. And it seems like it's kind of hidden, so
I feel pretty confident about it.
yeah.
Who wants to go in through first?
I'll go in, I guess.
Go on then. Gonna pick up Cat Michelle. And scoop.
You try the door and it's locked.
Oh. Great.
You hear noise coming from the other side of the door.
Yeah, as you press your ear up to it, you can kind of hear muffled sounds behind the door.
Right.
Having a look through my equipment.
You do notice about the door, like when you knocked on it, it became very clear. It's like it is a big iron door. Like you can see the bolts and rivets around the edge of it, and kind of where a little kind of eye slot would be.
Ah.
Okay.
But it's currently kind of covered over.
Right. Is there like a lock or anything on it? Like a keyhole?
No, not on the outside.
Okay.
You said there was like a little. Yeah, I was about to say just a knock on it.
Yeah, should we just three guys and a cat?
Yeah, it might be one of those things like in the films where they're like, "What's the password?"
So
fine.
do you
The
not?
healer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you give it kind of 3 big thumps. You wait a moment or two, and that eye slot does open. Somebody kind of looks. Can I help you?
We're looking for the healer.
The healer, you say?
Yeah.
The eye slot closes, and you hear a lot of clicking. At which point the door opens,
Hell yeah.
Is it a box?
and it's a dragonborn individual you see now. Black dragonborn. Weirdly wearing a black suit with like a red shirt and a black tie as well, looking quite official.
It's a
He kind of nods at you all and ushers you in.
walk in.
Yeah, walk in, yeah.
Yeah. He closes the door, and then he just turns to you and goes, "Down the steps. She's working the bar tonight."
All right.
Thank you.
Down we go.
Yeah.
Which one am I on at the moment?
Follow.
Pause that. I'm going to see if this comes up. I'm going to see if this works. Did you guys hear that?
Nope.
You might not hear it because it's on the thing. Shit, that didn't work. Never mind.
Oh, on the thing. You're right.
On Spotify, I was playing it, so people on the stream would have heard it, but not you guys, sadly. Yeah, you walk down, you start hearing some lively music, some more upbeat music, and you kind of come down. It looks a lot busier than the Fox pub. There seems to be a lot more people chatting and commotion, and you see across the far side there's a bar with neon orange lights across the backlighting, all of the drinks and stuff across there. And you notice there's a few people working behind the counter, kind of serving drinks. There's a couple of them that go back and start bringing out like little snacky foods to kind of drop around the kind of standing tables that are dotted around the place.
All right. I'll walk up to the bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll follow. We'll stay.
Yeah, also close.
Okay. Michelle, you staying as a cat during this?
I think I want to stay as a cat and wiggle out of Nicky's arms and
I'd
just
put you down when we get in.
stay sort of nearby, but maybe wander near another table so I can listen to other people. Maybe.
Okay. What's your AC as a cat, or do you keep your normal AC?
No, my AC as a cat is 12.
12. Okay, so kind of as you're walking and kind of following behind them, some random person does accidentally step on your tail as you're walking through. I mean,
Wow.
it's not overly well lit, this place. Kind of think a not a full on club, but kind of a bar that keeps kind of the low lighting
Yeah.
for the most part. So as a black cat walking through, like, unfortunately, yeah, somebody does accidentally step on your tail.
Okay. I think I'd probably unintentionally pop back as me, but still like hissing.
Imagine stepping on a cat and it becoming a woman.
The kind of fairly young furball that does that, she kind of looks a little bit startled when she sees you turn from the initial screech of stepping on your tail, kind of turning around to apologize, then seeing you turn back into a woman. She looks a little bit startled and then is just like, oh, sorry, you might want to not do that in here, like, you're gonna get kicked and trampled otherwise. And then just kind of turns around and walks off without really waiting for any kind of response.
And then just like sheepishly walk back over to the guys.
Okay.
So yeah, you see a few people behind the bar. You see a kind of brown skinned lady with like shoulder length black hair, and she looks like she's got kind of two kind of earpieces. They kind of look like on the side of her head, which kind of come across as a bit of a blue visor. She's kind of serving up drinks and stuff. She looks fairly stern. There is a tiefling, red tiefling, working behind the bar as well. Not the same as Zorus, who you'd met earlier. This one kind of has completely shaved sides with black hair that kind of goes up into a little bit of man bun and kind of a Fu Manchu moustache, and he's kind of flirting with a couple of the ladies as he's serving some drinks. And the third individual you see behind the bar is a Caucasian female who has this bright blonde hair that kind of is up in a ponytail. She's got like a white, almost sleeveless kind of jacket kind of on, but you can see kind of white sleeves coming out from underneath with like some orange designs. And she's kind of wearing a along with the ponytail, almost like a halo kind of headdress, kind of crown on as well. And she kind of is just finishing serving up some customers.
All right.
That's definitely.
Yeah. I'll walk up to her and say hi.
She kind of
We,
turns back around, kind of acknowledges you all. So you're clearly not from around here, then.
Clearly not. Are you?
I mean, this is my bar, so
Fair enough, but
can't say you're the most perceptive if that's your first question.
well, no. But have you been living here for your entire life, or?
Yeah, fair amount of time.
All right.
About, well, I mean, not a fair amount of time, but I mean, I've been here for about 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, do you know a guy named Mercer by any chance?
Yeah, it rings a bell. I know he's about town. I think he's never really stopped in here, though we don't exactly advertise this place, which makes me curious how you guys managed to come across it.
Well, we found this by talking to some guys on the streets. They said that we could find more information here. They said if we found Bastion, we should ask for the healer.
Right. I mean, normally I'd get annoyed at them, but if they've asked you to come find me, I mean, clearly means you either know something or need to know something. But I am in fact the healer. Well,
All right.
nickname's the healer. It's not the name I normally go by. They kind of gave me that name. Name's Mercy.
Mercy.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, I'm Naddie.
Pleasure. So, who are the rest of your friends?
Well, this is Niky. This is Matt, and this is Michelle.
Pleasure to meet you all. I can only assume by your kind of confusion about being here that you probably came through one of those tears.
Well, we're not actually sure how we got here. We kind of woke up in a tavern not very far away from here. And we were brought here by apparently a guy called Mercer.
Yeah, he tends to do that. Like I said, I haven't dealt with him that much, but rumours of him get around. The Fox is generally where he tends to take people.
Okay. What do you know about this castle?
Oh, Firion's castle. He
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little bit weird. He showed up, took control of the castle. Beforehand, it used to be more of like a town hall, although the leaders used to reside in there as well. They'd use it more for functions and to gather the people together. I mean, if you can have a look, the town round here is a fairly nice size. Used to be a little bit more populated, but yeah, this guy came in and just kind of took control of the place, called it his own. He kind of holes up in there most of the time, but he tends to send scouts and watchers and stuff in and around the city if he's looking for people or something. We've had stories of people being taken in there, nobody kind of coming out.
Okay. Do you know by any chance of other people who came through these tears?
Yeah, I mean, every few months we tend to have a couple of people that came through here. Let's see, who was the last lot that came through? There were the Plumber brothers that came through. That was about 9 months ago. Oh, that was it. The last guy was some kid in a green tunic. I mean, thankfully he was pretty skilled with a sword, so we kind of told him to head off out there, out into the wild. He probably managed to set up a good place for himself.
What was his name?
Link, I think he said his name was.
Okay.
Weirdly, he said stuff like this didn't seem too unusual, but he was banging on about some princess.
Her name's Zelda by any chance?
He didn't give the name.
Oh, okay. It's a shame. So he went out into the wild?
Yeah, he kind of headed off. He kind of didn't want to stick around. He wanted to try and explore, see if he could find a way home. He didn't look
He wanted
that
to
set
rest
on wanting
the
to stick around.
Okay, yeah. So what about the Plumber Brothers?
I mean, I don't know. They kind of stopped him once. Started banging on about the fact of trying to find the sewers or something, and I mean, they didn't really know much else about what was going on. They seemed more confused than you lot, if I'm honest. So
Okay.
just kind of gave them a couple drinks, gave them a little bit of coin, and let them go from there. As you guys are having this conversation, you're weirdly starting to feel a little bit more at ease. That kind of niggling feeling that somebody or something is watching you has kind of disappeared for the moment.
I'm guessing we all recognize Mercy as being Mercy from Overwatch as well.
Yeah.
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 So
I feel you guys may be picking up on a little bit of a theme here.
yeah, a bit. But can I look around and see if I notice any other characters or people that I recognize?
just as Naddie goes to do that, I'm just going to say to everyone in the group, maybe not all of the tears come from where we're from, and it also does raise an interesting question: is our real life a video game? But that's for another time. Kieran.
We're actually in The Sims.
Is from the Dragon Prince.
Dragon Prince?
He's an evil, like, king's aide who, like, kills the queen and, like, does, like, dark necromancy shite.
I have no clue.
Is that the Netflix show?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good show. You should watch it.
If you're him,
But Mercy's at the bar. Link and Mario and Luigi were here recently. I don't think we could rule it out.
It's me, Mario.
do I recognize any other characters?
Having a look around, you see a figure in the corner that's kind of drinking to themselves. They have kind of a heavy black trench coat on, kind of a big hat that covers and obscures most of their face as well. Has anyone played Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll you recognise it as the main protagonist from there. I feel this is just going to be the easier way of describing things at the moment. You see three individuals sitting around a table, all wearing this kind of ornate armor that's slightly different but colored the same. One of them's got like very big, bulky armor that's kind of white and red, and you can see kind of a like a piece of cloth hanging down from their waist. The person sitting next to them has a long kind of maroon coloured jacket, and the individual sitting next to them, which you can't see the most, doesn't look like they're wearing a lot of armor, but you can see a cloak around their neck, with the hood down. What you notice kind of on the side bench next to them are 3 sets of helmets. So for anybody that's played Destiny or Destiny 2, you'll notice these as actually guardians out of Destiny, a hunter, a warlock, and a titan. You don't kind of recognise a lot of the others that are around the bar, though. They're kind of the main ones you pick out on.
Okay. So I'll turn to Mercy again. So you started this bar to make like a safe haven for people who are not around from this world, I'm guessing?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, when those watchers and stuff are doing patrols, that's kind of when the stories of people going missing. They kind of have this innate sense of people turning up that aren't normally from around here.
Hmm.
They've definitely been, although they don't come to this part of the town as much, there's normally somebody keeping an eye on things. So yeah, they've definitely over the past few days been keeping a sharper eye out on places. I hope you can understand that's why we don't generally advertise this place.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm glad we found it though. Okay. All right. So what do we want to do, guys?
I don't know. See, do you know why they're taking people in the castle?
I mean, I haven't heard stories of them taking anyone in the past few days. I've been kind of a bit racked. I haven't had my informants come back in kind of this week to give me an update on what's going on. Did you see somebody else being taken in?
We think our friend's been taken.
Right. I mean, that would explain why the watches have been on. I mean, if your friend came through with you, then they may be looking out for you guys as well.
Man, you must be an idiot if you got caught by those watchers.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know the circumstances of how your friend might have been taken, but I mean, if you want to try and get him back, I would highly maybe try and save your friend. If you're trying to get home, there's rumors that there is a means of getting people home inside the castle. We think that's why Virian kind of hold himself up there to kind of have access to these places, but I'm sure you guys must have seen the lava and the big giant suit of armor standing out front.
Yeah.
So, I mean, getting in that way is kind of not the best option if you want to live, but you know, there are other entrances, though maybe not the safest.
Other entrances?
She kind of looks around for the moment, looks towards the tiefling that's serving. Raphael, keep an eye on the bar for me. I've got some business to conduct. He kind of nods in acknowledgement. She kind of looks at you and looks at you guys and being like, "Follow me." She kind of grabs a bottle of spirit from behind the counter and a couple glasses and leads you guys to kind of the second tier of this building, which seems to have more booths and stuff set up. And she kind of sits down in one of them and lays out some glasses and pours some shots and stuff.
All right.
Do you join her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys join her. She kind of pauses for a moment. Look, if your friend has been taken, depending on how long it has been, I don't know whether they may still be alive or not. If you really want to go and check, there's paths through the sewers that could bring you up just inside. But those sewer systems, yeah. But they're not the safest. I mean, the Virian definitely knows that the sewers can lead inside the castle, and there's things down there that he's unleashed to try and stop people from coming through. If you think you you're able to, I mean, you can head down there, but it's not the safest of routes.
I mean, it can't have been long, because we only got here apparently a few days ago.
Yeah,
But
3
we've been
days.
past that for 3 days, so
Right.
I'm guessing our friend is like kind of came in at the same time as we did.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there may be a chance then, but
And you said the plumbers went into the sewers as well, right?
no, the plumbers were asking about sewers, but they clearly weren't aware of what was down there, so I kind of just ushered them on. I gave them a couple potions to help them out. Told them they probably might want to find a safer city if they want to go sewer diving. Nobody I know has been down into the sewers.
Okay.
We explored a little bit when I opened this place up, but we didn't go too far. We heard noises, we saw bones and mulch of corpses and stuff down there, and kind of decided to let whatever's down there stay down there. It wouldn't have been able to get up into the tavern, so we kind of have left it at that.
Okay. So, say that we do go down the sewers. Would you be able to provide us with some help by any chance?
I mean,
I'm sure there's something you can do for us.
I could give you a potion or two. That's the
A
most I could give you. I mean, I'm running an establishment here for the most part, so sewers are definitely not the way I want to be spending my time.
Do you know of any place here in town that we could visit to maybe get us some stuff?
I mean, I've got the potions and stuff that I provide. A lot of the shops and stuff are regulated. I mean, you could give it a try. There may be one of the shops slightly further down that may be able to do something, but I mean, you run the risk of letting more people know you guys are here.
That's fair.
I mean, whatever conversation you had, you were smart in being able to find this place. If you'd just gone randomly knocking on doors and stuff, probably could have gotten you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're right. That wouldn't be very.
It's a good thing we didn't do that.
Oh yeah. Who would do that? Who walks into a dangerous place and just starts knocking on doors?
Idiots.
Yeah. Who thinks of trying to sneak into a house too as well while knocking on doors?
So weird.
Yeah. Man, such idiots are in the world. What? Okay. So, how would we where would be the entrance to the sewers?
I can show you one entrance. It's through the kitchens, but just know if we open it to let you guys in there, once it's locked, it's locked. I mean, there's no backing out. We won't be opening it up again.
What
Like
if we find our friend though and we
the-
gotta get back?
The occasional madman going down there, we maybe let them in. I mean, hopefully you guys might be able to hold your own, but there's nothing to say that you're killed or one of the Lord's guards and stuff, like, figure that out and trace it back to, like, this entrance. Like, we can't take that risk.
That's fair. Do they actually know of this place?
No, not for the moment. Not that we think, anyway.
Okay.
I don't think so. I feel like they're watching us when we were up there.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think we're safe and you're safe down here.
It's good to know at
Okay.
least. Try and
So
do
what do we
well to
want to
keep
do,
this
guys?
place quiet.
Do you want to go check out those shops, or do you think we should just go into the sewers?
I mean, I feel like we stick out like sore thumbs. Mercy, have you got like a lost and found of like 6 weapons that we can raid?
No, sadly not. Most people tend to keep their stuff on them as much as possible.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's a nice haven here, but we do get some locals that do come in as well. So people want to try and keep their wits about them. A lot of the people that come in here are similar to you guys. When they start off, they don't really know what's going on or what to do.
Shall we ask like Mr. Bloodborne Man if he wants to come help? Because I haven't he seems sick.
Yeah, I saw some.
He's one to help a stranger.
We could try the Guardians.
I mean, I feel like the Guardians are. Can we just steal their guns?
Yeah, what kind of weapons did those Guardians have on them?
You didn't notice any weapons on them. In fact, you didn't notice any weapons on any of the individuals you saw around.
Oh.
I think we need to jump in the sewers, guys.
Yeah.
We've been unconscious for 3 days. Lamba was unconscious for at least. It's been at least 1 day because he was gone when the dwarf showed up, and they got there. We were asleep for a day, so he's been there for at least a day.
We should have asked the barmaid if we were brought in with 4 or with 5.
Yeah.
How far away? Hang on, let me check one thing. Did I pick that? Nope. Okay. Because I'm guessing we're further than 120 feet away from the tavern, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shame. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Mercy, do you have any potions for us then, so that we can?
I can give.
Do you have any heals for us?
If you're going into the sewers, I can give you guys 2 potions. We don't
2 potions.
generally tend to keep a lot on hand here.
I mean, of course, we're on a big quest to find our friends. So, if you have any more, that'd be fantastic. Please.
I literally said we don't keep a lot on hand. We're a bar.
Shame. I thought
I
maybe
can
you
give
were
you a bottle of whiskey if you want some Dutch courage, but
some what courage?
Dutch.
Dutch
I
courage.
I heard one of the randoms coming through. They said they needed it and it made them braver.
Right. Okay. No, I personally don't really drink alcohol, so. But yeah, those potions would be fantastic.
Sure. All right. If you guys follow me, I'll show you where the entrance is. We can pick up the potions on the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So she does a shot, stands up, heads back down to where the bar area is, and she leads you into kind of a side door that once you go through there, it's suddenly a lot brighter in there. You can tell that this is more of a kitchen setup, and you see a lot of smaller than kind of halflings and gnomes. They're smaller than that. They're quite small creatures, kind of button noses, kind of jumping around and moving around the kitchen as quickly as possible. Has anybody here played Final Fantasy 14?
Nope.
Then
Well, I
Nah.
a little bit.
I did. I got to like level 8 or something.
Yeah, I think something similar like that. Yeah.
So, Matt, you end up cocking your head slightly and wondering why the hell are there Lalafels working in a kitchen?
Okay.
Are those a very small race?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know them.
So they kind of work in the kitchen. They're kind of really upbeat and moving around and kind of getting dishes done really quickly and serving them up. She leads you past all of those and through a second set of doors to kind of a much smaller, darker room. It looks almost like a storeroom. She kind of looks around, makes sure nobody else has kind of like tailed them into it. Once she's closed the doors, she kind of takes down a small pouch, opens it, and hands you two greater healing potions.
Ooh.
So greater healing potions, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who wants one?
I'm okay.
I'm alright.
Michelle will take one.
I'll take one.
And you? Could you bargain for them?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll take the other one.
Matt looks like he could take a hit or two, so.
Maybe one or two hits. Yeah, so she hands them to you. She then turns to Matt. Could you just give me a hand moving these barrels, then, please?
Yeah.
Make a strength. Make a strength check for me.
Do I make that with advantage?
No.
Aw. But powerful build, man.
So it shouldn't be an issue for you then.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Let's see.
Not one.
No, it was a 2. Plus 3, so 5.
So
Bill.
you kind of walk up. She obviously picked you, thinking you were the most kind of like able-looking one for this. And you think, right, I've got this. I'm feeling strong. I've got this. I've got this. You grab the barrel, and you got to move it, and suddenly it is a lot fucking heavier than you assumed. And it's moving, but very slowly. And the rest of you three look as Matt's going fully red in the face, trying to move this barrel.
He starts to rage, and he rolls for his magic.
Like you're lifting from the back, like it's all in the knee, like and we'll move it together.
Yeah, Niky, if you go and help him, it kind of makes it slightly easier. And once you've moved out of the way a little bit, you can see that there's a fairly small kind of hatch built into the wall. It's an iron one with like a fairly big lever in front of it that's kind of acting as like a locking mechanism. Mercy then walks up. She kind of lifts the latch, pulls it back to one side. It is, again, very thick. She then turns back to you guys and say, this is the entrance. You guys can kind of go from here. All I can say is good luck. If you survive, come back and I'll give you guys a drink on the house. God knows you would have, you'd probably need it afterwards. She turns around to Naddie at this point and goes, we do non-alcoholic drinks as well, don't worry.
Awesome, thanks. All right. Well, thank you for your help, and we'll see you around.
I'm a big fan, by the way, and I can call.
You could have been better.
Mercy Maine, goddammit.
Yeah,
I'm a roadhog.
same.
I'm a roadhog boy.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, so as the last of you guys go in, you hear it close behind you and kind of lock. You hear her putting the lever down, kind of lock it into place.
Shit.
Do any of you have dark vision?
I think I actually do.
I was about to say yes because I remembered my kobold, but then now I'm like, oh no, I don't.
Yes, I do have dark vision.
Right. Naddie, you are able to see a little bit in this tunnel. The rest of you lot, it is pitch black.
No, I can see. I ate loads of carrots. Don't worry.
I mean, I have decent dark vision, but that's not what's happening. I'm going to do divine something or other that lets me imbue my weapon and it glows a whole bunch. I'm gonna I'm looking for a torch. I'm looking for a torch. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown my phone away.
The funniest part is, like, if you guys actually manage to get through this and, like, get back to the normal world after collecting your stuff, you're all going to have your stuff except Niky, who's given his phone away.
Yeah, actually.
Fine, guys.
I just realized I don't have a torch or like any torch.
I have torches.
Just I just
Well,
handle.
Niky's sword, like, lights up.
A 20
Yeah.
foot bright light and then a further 20-foot dim light.
Yeah, so you guys can see.
Right.
So it's a bit of a crawl. If you can imagine, if any of you have seen Shawshank Redemption, you're kind of like Andy Dufresne at the moment, kind of crawling through this pipe that's just wide enough to kind of fit you guys in, and you do that for a good 20 odd minutes before it kind of you get to the end of it, and it's kind of halfway up a wall, so you have to be slightly careful when coming out of it onto kind of more of what you'd know to be kind of a sewer system. So pathways on the side and really stinky water in the middle.
Yeah, let's try not to get in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see the paths go off to your left and your right.
We look down.
Yeah, you can look down. I mean, they both kind of go off in two directions. The water current, if you're having a look at it, is flowing more towards the right.
Okay.
I'm going to. So we want to go against the flow of water, right? If we assume most of the water in the sewers is coming from the biggest building.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever way we turn, I'm going to take a piece of chalk and I'm going to mark a cross on the
Okay.
wall. So we know, like, if for somehow we get looped back round, we know, cool, we've been that way.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, on this corner, I'm going to draw a little house, so we know that this is like where.
Okay.
Nice. And then an arrow maybe for the direction that we're going to.
Yes, and yeah, just sort of like occasionally on the wall, like every 20 foot or whatever, like we'll do an arrow of the path we're currently taking.
All right. So you guys kind of go left, was it? You said you were going because the current's going right.
Flow of water, right? Is everyone
Yeah.
okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I'll follow that.
Yep. So
I'm in sewers, so
yep, you head down and kind of following the general going against the current of water. You follow it down. It splits left and right, but you can kind of see where the current's coming a little bit stronger. So you follow it down for a little bit more, and you follow it for a good hour. Niky, I'm assuming at this point you continue to kind of mark off on the corners.
yeah, way. So X's on corners we take, and then every like 10 foot we're doing the arrow to show the path we took.
So you continue doing that, and you get down to an area. You're gonna have to tell me how good the. Oh, I've just realised something. Sorry about this. Give me 2 seconds.
Darkness.
Darkness.
I'm going to run to the toilet real quick. I'll be 2 seconds.
Yep. I'll tell you what. Do you guys want to take a 5-10 minute break?
Yeah. I was gonna ask actually.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if
I
a
wanna get a drink.
message came up on it. So, okay, we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break. Anyone in chat, thank you guys for sticking around so far. Get some drinks, get some stuff, and we will be back shortly. See you guys in a bit.
Hell yeah. It's Jin.
And we're back. Don't worry about Jin. Jin's not there. Jin was an orb of light, which isn't needed anymore. Bye bye, Jin.
Jin.
So.
I love seeing Naddie and Michelle in the water.
So yeah, as you guys continue down the tunnel, yeah, you get to a corner section, and it's at this point you start hearing this weird kind of chewing sound.
Chewing.
Yeah.
Almost like there's something kind of eating something quite
Ew.
loudly.
Well, guess we should approach carefully.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're heading forwards though.
Be quiet.
Yeah, in fact, actually, I don't think any of us are wearing armor.
Nah, I'm not wearing armor.
Well, I have leather armor.
Yeah, leather armor.
Yeah, but so I've got no armor, Matt's got no armor, and you two have leather armor. So it's definitely not a problem.
Yeah, can we be quiet? Be stealthy.
Yeah.
Like, boxes and whatnot.
Yeah, let's,
so do you continue?
Yeah, stealthily.
Make stealth checks for me.
That's really had for once. That one. Oh, this is not much better. 10 for me.
10. So what? 1, 10.
Nat 1. Nat 1 plus 1, so 2 in total, but it is a nat 1.
Who was in that one?
15.
Alright, so
I just don't want to roll today.
Naddie, Niky, and Michelle, you guys start moving down, trying to be as quiet as possible. And just as you're starting to get down to kind of the next wall where you see the next bend, all you hear is whoosh. You turn around and Matt is in the water.
Oh shit!
He's slipped and fallen in and made a huge splash.
I've fallen.
Ah, good go, Matt.
Oh no.
How deep is the water?
It's not that deep.
Oh,
Maybe like between your ankles and your knees.
Oh, okay.
But it reeks.
Nice.
I'm not having a
Alright.
good time.
I can imagine.
I'm gonna immediately pull out my short bow.
Okay.
I'm just ready. I'm scared.
Okay. You do hear the chewing stops.
Oh shit!
Oh, boy.
I was about to ask what's the condition of the
I
chewing.
don't want the bag to get in the water.
What's up? Sorry, say that again.
Tightening the straps on my backpack that's got all my food in, so
Yeah.
I don't want it to get in the water.
Yeah.
Guys, maybe
I'm-
now's a good time to munch
I'm-
down those
Pizza puffs.
what's it called? Pizza puffs.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, I love it when people eat my cooking in the sewer.
Yeah. I'm gonna climb out the water as well.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
3 temporary hit points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 temporary HP. I think I'm going to, assuming that everyone's aware.
I'm gonna hide behind Niky because I can do that because I'm.
Halfling.
I'm going to go as far as there so that I've got I can start to see around here, without having everything that's around the corner see me.
You see the corner of a red tail.
Oh.
A rather large red tail.
Ooh.
I turn around to the group and I go, Just everyone over.
All right. Um. Hmm.
Don't worry, I'm just checking through everything on my features and traits.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Oh, can I do another divine sense to see if it's Fey, Celestial, Fiend, or Devil?
Yeah, you can do. And you don't pick up any of them.
Right. Well,
I guess we slowly try and peek around, see if we see anything more.
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn it! I hate hiccups.
As you turn around after having this conversation, Niky, and you turn back round, you see a completely almost like a dog type creature, but much larger, much redder, and it doesn't look like it has skin, but it has these massive claws and a huge tail, and it's just now
Oh no.
staring at you.
Oh no. Oh no.
You haven't played Monster Hunter World, have you?
No, I've seen some gameplay.
So
Yeah.
you have no idea what this creature is.
I know.
Okay. Me neither.
It's looking right at me.
Yeah, it's currently looking at you.
I'm
It's
told.
kind of snarling a little bit.
I think I know the answer to this. Does it look hostile?
I mean, you can assume, given that you can still see some, like, muscle or sinew or something hanging from its teeth. You can make a pretty safe assumption that that chewing sound that you heard was this thing chowing down on something.
Guys, I think we're in immediate danger. More specifically, I am in immediate danger.
Okay, guys, we've got this. We can do this.
It's a dog. It's fine.
Just throw a bone.
I'm gonna clench my fists and get ready.
Okay?
You
Are
have
you
weapons,
guys joining him at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still kind of staying in the back. I'll probably let Matt pass me.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
So, Matt, as you get to the corner and are able to look around, you immediately recognize this as a terrifying and pain in the butt creature from Monster Hunter World as a
Yep.
Odegaron.
Yep.
And at this point, I will need you all to roll initiative.
Yeah! I get advantage on my initiative rolls. Hell yeah.
I have 14.
18.
16.
The first one was a 4, but let's re-roll it because I get advantage. Oh, that's a 3, so it's a 4.
Oof. Rough times. So it's a 4. Naddie, you said you got 14?
Yep.
Niky, 18?
Yeah.
And Michelle got 16. Cool.
Yeah.
Good rolls for the most part.
I've rolled shit on every single roll, except that nat 20 I got at the very beginning, and that's it. I got nat 20, and then it's just been I haven't rolled above like a 6 or what.
Niky, you're top of the initiative order. What do you do?
Are these 5-foot squares, yeah?
Yes.
25, 30. panic get within range. What I can do though is use a key point. So I think I'm going to. We're doing this. We're going to do a murder, guys.
Do murder dog.
Kill a dog. So I'm going to. I think I have bonus action step of the wind by using a key point.
Okay.
Yes, one key point to dash. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then 5, 10. I'm going to try and get. I'm going to get there. There's a bonus action. So that's there. And then I'm going to do an attack.
Okay.
Oh, 2 attacks.
Okay.
With my divine weapon, which actually does something else to it. It adds +2 to attack rolls as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna whip out my weapon and I'm gonna make 2 attacks. So first attack, I've got a +8 to hit, including this, so it's an 18.
18 hits.
And then the second attack is a 16.
16 just hits.
Oh shit!
Oh.
So that is no, it's not that. It's this dice. Different dice. 10, 16, 18 points of damage.
In total.
Yes, total.
Okay. I'm going to have to keep my calculator ready for this because maths, yay. So you hit it, thinking you got a pretty decent hit on it. It doesn't take as much damage as you thought.
Super. And then I'm gonna pull out my shield as well. And that is my turn.
Okay. It is now the Odegaron's turn. And seeing as you are the one that's closest, it's going to make 3 attacks against you.
Holy shit.
The first one misses.
Cool.
Fuck me. The second one misses. I'm going to have to change this dice out in a second.
I'm giving Lamba my horrible look.
I know. Does a 14 hit? No. No. All 3 attacks miss.
Hey.
It just snarls at you at that point.
It doesn't hit because I pulled out my shield.
So next up is Michelle.
Oh, okay. Well, I had my short bow out ready, so I'm gonna move around a little bit. 10, 15, 20.
There's no music, by the way, Lumba.
And now I'm gonna try and hit it with my short bow.
Oh.
18.
15?
18.
18 hits.
18 hits. Okay. Okay. Because Niky's there, I get my sneak attack.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That's good. That's a 12. 15, 16, 20 points of damage.
Hey.
Oof, big damage.
Nice.
Big damage, big money, big whammy.
And I might. As a bonus action, I'm just going to use my cunning action to dash over here. So 10. I'll stand here, so I'm hopefully not in the way. And then
Okay.
that's my turn.
All right, Naddie, you're up.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna move up. Where was it? Yeah. I'm gonna go there. This sucks. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna shout at the dog thing. You're not that scary, and I'll use vicious mockery. So make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
That is an 18.
Oh, what? Wow. Yeah, then it saves, so it doesn't take any damage. I have a 16 DC, and you still.
He rolled a 13, and it has a +5 to wisdom saves.
+5 now.
Damn.
Okay. Well, that was my action. Let me see. I will inspire Niky.
What's your bonus inspiration dice?
1d8. You've got this, dude.
Got it.
All right, is that
Do
it? That it for your turn?
Yeah.
Matt,
That's all I
you're
can
up.
Me, I can't do shit.
No, that's fun. Like, I was 5 feet too far away to actually do anything else, like cast any of my other spells that are useful.
So yeah, I'm gonna run there.
You can action dash to be ready.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'll do that. And then that's it, basically.
So that's it. You've just gone all up in its grill.
Yeah.
All right. Niky, back to the top of the round. It's up on you,
So,
mate.
This dog is a large creature, correct?
Yes.
I would like to, Amber, Mitesh, if you will.
Mhm.
I would like to stow my sword, and I would like to jujitsu this giant dog. I'm going to use my first attack to attempt to grapple it. So you either have a athletics or acrobatics, up to you, versus my athletics.
Okay.
12.
19.
You have your inspiration dice, right?
Oh, yeah, actually. So I would need to roll
An 8.
7 or higher.
Yes.
Dude, like even if you fail, if you still fail it, you still keep the die. It's one of my
One of the traits he's got.
Oh, that's incredible. I might as well.
You might as well use it. Yeah.
6, so that puts me at 18. That's fine.
Yeah.
I rolled it. Second attack,
Keep it.
try again.
Okay.
Don't worry about rolling. Just don't worry about rolling. I rolled a natural 1. Just don't worry about
Oh. Yeah,
Fine.
you're trying to like trying to grab this giant dog, but it's as you're trying to do it, it's like Redskin is like almost slimy in texture, and you're just not having any luck trying to get any purchase on it.
a horrible bastard. As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Magic Weapon on Matt's weapon.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm gonna have the +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Oh.
Nice.
Uh,
Seeing as you were trying to, you hit it last time, and you were trying to grab it this time, it's going to turn around and try and take a bite attack at you.
Let's go.
That's a 25.
It does hit. It's close, but it does. It definitely.
It definitely hits.
It
Yeah,
does
very
hit
close.
16 AC.
That's 18 points of damage.
Sick. All good.
Uh,
Great stuff.
and could you make me a... actually, no, it'd be at the top of your round you have to do it. You are now grappled as well.
Oh, sick. That's good for me. Don't worry about it.
You're grappled in its teeth.
Yeah.
Seeing as
Oh,
you're
shit.
grappled in its teeth, it's then going to turn around and take 2 claw attacks at the barbarian that just ran up into its grill for no reason. That is a 21 to hit.
And use that reaction to use that protection fighting style to import disadvantage on that.
Sure
Oh.
thing. That is a 18.
Yeah, that still hits.
I tried.
And that is 10 points of damage on the first hit. It's going to go in
Okay.
with its other claw. Yeah, that definitely hits. That is 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
On top as well. And that's its turn. Michelle, you're up. You now look over as Niky is now grappled in the jaws of this giant
Right where I want
dog
it.
that looks like it's better suited in Resident Evil. And you just saw it take 2 claw attacks at Matt as well.
Michelle is going into her own rage. Not a barbarian rage.
She's just angry.
I'm going to move around. Just so I can get a better line of sight. And I'm like aiming for his head and I'm like, let him go! And I'm going to try and shoot him with my bow again.
Okay.
16?
Just hits.
Oh,
Oh.
come on, roll that. $24 points of damage.
Oof. Nice.
And bonus action. Oh no, I won't. I'll stay there. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Naddie, you're up.
All right. I'm guessing this area over here I can still walk on.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move up. And I will cast Bane on the creature.
Okay.
Hey.
Make me a Charisma saving throw.
Charisma. That's a natural 1.
Hell yeah.
All right, so now you must subtract 1d4 from any of your attack rolls or saving throws.
For a minute, isn't it?
Yeah, concentration up to a minute.
Nice.
And then let's see. I will inspire Matt.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
dude, you're in range now. You're gonna swing that. What have you got for weapon?
Halberd.
You're gonna swing that halberd and just completely kill this thing, dude. You got this.
Yeah.
Let's go. And that's my turn.
All right. Matt, you're up.
Okay, so to begin with, after seeing all this shit going off, I would like to rage.
Okay.
Hey.
Also, now I get to roll on the table. That's
Yeah.
what happens. Shit. So let's roll it. 17.
Uh,
Arcane energy taps into the minds of those around you. Each creature within 30 feet of you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or you see a glimpse of the creature's thoughts, learning how it plans to attack you. As a result, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the start of your next turn.
Nice.
Wait, so everyone or just your the enemy creatures?
Each creature within 30 feet of you.
So we all make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
All right.
Fail, it's just a case of anyone within 10 feet of me gets +2. If we fail, he just learns if we're going to attack him. Which I rolled a 12.
I rolled 3.
I rolled a 5, but I have to deduct a D4 because of Bane, which
Yeah.
puts it down to 2. So that's a 7 in total.
So yeah, the DC for me, DC is 14.
Yeah. So
So,
what, does
yeah.
that mean I just have to tell you what the next attack, or I just roll it with disadvantage?
The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
Okay.
So
Oh,
everyone who fails that has disadvantage on attack rolls against me, basically. So yeah, until the start of my next turn it is as well.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
with that, I am going to attack it with the first hit of my halberd.
All right.
So let's see. So plus that. So plus the 1. That's 17.
17 hits.
Yep. And let me roll my damage. 9 plus the 1. 10, plus then my bonus I get from raging. And that's a +2. So that's 12 points of damage for the first hit.
Big damage.
And then second attack is a 21.
Yeah,
21?
that definitely hits.
Yep. And that's 10 points of damage on the second one, of slashing damage.
Oof.
It's actually magical for the purposes of overcoming resistances as well.
Yeah.
Magic weapon.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's... Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Top of the round, Niky.
So,
Didn't he need my
being
inspiration?
grappled, all it does is reduce your speed to 0. I can still do dog jiu-jitsu. So I'm going to, while in this thing's mouth, try and use the back of my heel to hook its leg down and like use my body momentum to roll it over. I'm going to make a
Interesting.
grapple check.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 22.
18.
So I'm still grappled, but it is also grappled.
Yep. You just see now Niky and this dog just kind of rolling around together in some weird kind of, each one getting one up just in time for the other one to get a one up. And...
I'm just getting more pissed off because I'm like, I need to try and hit them, but they're rolling around. Stop moving!
Second attack to attempt to pin the dog using my grappler's feet, which is the same check. So it's a contested athletics check.
Forget your inspiration.
I rolled a 25 without it.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, he rolled an 18 again, so...
From now, all the while I have it pinned, it can't move. If it makes attacks, they're at disadvantage, and anyone that attacks it has advantage.
Hell yeah.
oh shit.
I have dog jiu-jitsu.
It's contested again if he wants to break it, isn't it? But that's their turn.
I believe so. I think he can make a check on his turn. I will confirm that for you immediately. Grappler. Yes. So yeah, we are both restrained until the grapple ends.
Okay.
So I'm still grappled. It is grappled and restrained. So everyone has advantage. I'm like got a dog in a headlock because I'm a terrible human being.
Right, that's the end of your turn. It's going to try and break out, which I think is a strength check.
Yeah.
That is a natural 20.
I
Cool.
got 18. How do you feel about if I beat 20?
I mean, it would be a 24 in total, so
24. So I need to roll a 6 or higher.
yeah.
Yes.
That's a 4. So it's no longer restrained, but is grappled.
Yeah.
Does not break out the whole thing.
No.
Okay.
It's a mess of mechanics.
So when it's grappled, it can't attack. I need to double check this.
It just comes
Your speed is 0. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it burned its action to try and get out.
Did you
So
did you did you do minus 1d4?
I mean, it was a natural 20, so I'd count it as a auto success anyway.
But that's a yeah, I guess so.
I mean that's the way I'd always count it. Nat 1s are
Oh,
auto
that's fair.
fails, Nat 20s are auto successes.
That's fair.
But I mean, it still can't move at the moment. So, and it burned its action to try and break the restraint on it. So, Michelle, you're up.
I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Does it look like I'm doing any damage to it?
It's definitely looking hurt.
Okay.
Not like gravely hurt, but yeah, it's definitely taken some damage.
And I'm just pinging off arrows at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
These dice have been rolling very well for me.
Man, I barely have to roll for anything that I have. Like, seriously, the only thing I actually have to roll for is my normal weapon attacks. The rest is all things that Lamba has to roll for. And my
2 points of damage.
How much? How much, Michelle?
22.
22.
Ooh.
Oof. Big damage.
Coming in with the big damage.
Big damage.
Sneaky, being sneaky.
That it?
I could try and hide, but I don't think there's any point. So that's my
All right, Naddie, you're up.
Okay. Well, man, I really barely have any like actually useful attacks. Like anything.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll just use vicious mockery against it again. He cannot even move, idiot.
So that's what, wisdom
But,
saving?
Yep.
15?
That's fails.
So what does that mean then?
So
How much damage does it
that-
take?
Is 4 points of psychic damage. And you have disadvantage on the next attack roll
Ooh, nice.
before the end of its next turn.
On all attacks or just the first attack?
On the next attack roll, so I'd say that's just the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use unsettling words.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, as a bonus action, you can expend one use of your bardic inspiration and choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. Roll the bardic inspiration die Creature must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. So, do I roll that right now, or do you roll that on when you make the saving throw?
You roll it now.
Yeah,
'cause
roll
you-
it now, and then I'll mark it down to subtract
Yeah.
that from my next roll.
Okay. All right. So subtract 5 on your next saving throw before the start of my next turn.
Okay. Is that it for you?
Yes, that is my turn.
Matt, you're up.
Me. Let's go.
Just rage again, just for fun.
Just end my rage and then re-enter. Yeah.
Wait, did you take damage on your last
he
last go?
attacked.
No, but I did damage
You
the
did.
creature.
You did attack though, so yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I did damage the creature. It's been a while since I heard that. Holy shit! I played a barbarian when I first played D&D, so it's been ages. Okay, I'm gonna attack with my halberd again.
Alright.
First attack is a 17.
Hits.
Roll damage. What's that? 16 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And then the second attack is a 22.
22 hits.
Yeah. $14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
I just got to keep doing the maths each time because it's like I get a +3 onto my damage, but then I get a +1 from the magic weapon, then I get a +2 from raging.
I mean, you're doing damage.
Yeah.
It's still standing, but it's looking rough.
I swear to God, if you pull out the bleed effect on me, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Niky, you're up.
Boom. First attack, I'm going to attempt to pin it again.
All right.
Contested athletics.
Nah, that fails.
I roll a 20.
Yeah, that fails.
Yeah, super. So it's now pinned. Then on my second attack, I'm going to use an attack. As a result of it being pinned, I get advantage.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Damn. Grappling.
I've never
Shit.
used it before. Great.
It's handy.
Yeah. So I rolled a 20-something to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And just for... No, actually, I'm going to save some of my spells for healing in case we need it. So that is +3. 8 plus 5 is 13. Numbers with Niky. And then that's my turn.
Okay. It's now its turn. It's going to try and break the pin again.
Yep.
Nope. Still pinned. Rolled a 6. +7, which is 13.
Yeah, I got 21.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's still pinned. It can't do anything.
I guess the main counter to this is multiple enemies to the grappling.
Yeah, there's multiple enemies, and I'm sitting there just grappling stuff like I'm useless.
Yeah.
Michelle, you're up.
So
Advantage.
any attack on the creature while it's pinned has advantage.
Okay. Come on, that 20. No, that's not that 20, but it's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
This is how I feel in my games. You guys rolled really well.
16 points of damage. Not as good that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All
Don't
right.
know what to do.
Naddie, you're up.
How rough is it looking?
It's really looking fucking rough. Extremely rough at the moment.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Like
Well-
that last bolt kind of hit it in the eye, so it's reeling.
Please fail your wisdom saving throw.
It has to subtract 5 from its next save, doesn't it?
No,
if
because
you're-
it's already. No, it's on
It already
its
happened.
next attack roll. No, saving throw,
No.
which was against
The pin.
the pin. So that's not
Is
in
that was
there.
that a saving throw though? Was because that's a contested check, isn't it?
No, it would have been contested. So yeah, got a
So-
minus
Saving
5 from it. So
-5 on this saving throw then.
19.
Ah, shit!
Oh,
You basically counteracted its modifier onto it. So.
And but did you also
minus
do
4.
the 1d4 for
Oh,
Bane?
for Bane as well.
oh shit, yeah. Oh.
17.
Oh man! I mean, he had to roll 4 to actually. Yeah, you had to roll 4 to actually
Yeah.
go below
Sorry,
my
buddy.
DC. God damn it!
It happens.
It would have been fantastic if I just shouted it to death.
Is that it for you then?
Yeah.
Matt, you're up.
You've got advantage and
just-
a +1.
Yeah, just roll up into it. First attack. That was an 11, but then I get advantage, so that is a what's my modifier again? That is an unnatural 20 for the first hit.
That hits.
Dirty 20.
Don't even worry about rolling damage for this. How do you want to do it?
I'd just like to go for the typical while Niky's got him grappled, just kind of like just sling my halberd, just carve into the body, just kind of like just cut it in half
Yeah.
to the point where it's just where Niky's not holding it essentially.
So yeah, you bring the halberd up, and as Niky's kind of in this weird pin wrestle thing whilst grappled inside of its mouth, you just bring the sword down, and you kind of bring it down perfectly in that joint where the neck is,
Yeah.
and you just clean carve through it. You see the body kind of fall limp, and then the teeth that were kind of chomping into Niky just kind of relax and then fall off of him.
Hell yeah.
How much HP did it have?
It had 161 HP.
No, I mean at like in the last turn.
1.
Oh.
It had 17 hit points left. Michelle rolled 16 on the damage.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I could have killed it with the frickin'
Like vicious mockery or something.
Yeah.
yeah. Damn it.
It died to your words.
Yeah, just gonna climb out of the dog's mouth and be like, oh, my ribs.
Thanks.
Oh, and I'm gonna go into my bag and I'm gonna pull out some Sablon. And just like put it on my wounds and touch hands to heal myself.
Fair enough. But yeah, you now have a dead Odigaron around
yeah.
you. And as you guys kind of take a step back and take stock as to what the hell is going on, and now what the hell you've just actually had to fight in this really messed up world, we're going to end it there for the evening.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll pick it up again next week, and we'll kind of go from there and see what fun these guys face later on down the line. Given that this was on the slightly easier end of things.
Oh.
But yeah, so for everybody that's stuck around in chat, thank you guys very much. For the follows tonight as well, which I'll just bring my thing up. Wolfsbane 312, Automatic Flash, and Nano Now. Thank you guys very much for the follow. I'll be back tomorrow with some Horizon Zero Dawn, providing it doesn't crash twice, as it did on
Be careful
Wednesday.
of those watchers.
Yeah, gotta go after those watches again myself. Naddie, you should be streaming tomorrow, right?
No, actually, because I'm working a lot this week, so I'm taking this week off.
That's fair enough. In the meantime, though, on Tuesday, be sure to check in to the Wiki Game RPG guys. They stream on Tuesday. Michelle does amazing artwork. Niky then pairs that up with some incredible D&D stats to turn it into objects that you guys can use on D&D Beyond in your own games. But
Yeah.
until then, we will be picking this up next week. If you did miss it, or miss the beginning, or miss the end, be sure to catch the VOD. I should be putting it up on YouTube as well for people to check it out on there. So thank you guys very much for stopping by. Hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will speak to you all soon. See ya.
Bye.
Ah.
Bye.